Pokémon, the ultimate trainer. This video is purely for entertainment and does not infringe on copyrights or laws. The rights to the novel and image belong to the original author. We do not claim ownership. Don't like waiting and want to listen to this fanfic in full now? Subscribe to our Patreon, where you'll find the best fanfics. Chapter 176, Battle of the Three Grass-type Families. Looking at the second Pokémon sent by Yiyan and Zhang Cheng, Zhang Cheng felt it was interesting. Both sides were Pokémon of the same attribute. The next battle would be a showdown between the grass Pokémons, and the excitement could be imagined. Zhang Cheng also followed the usual practice and opened the system to check the specific information of Zhang Cheng's forest turtle. Name, forest turtle, level 31, gender, male qualification, B+ attribute, grass carrying props, none basic skills, impact, retract into shell, absorb, leaf blade, curse, bite, super absorb, parasitic seed learning skills, energy ball inherited skills, seed bomb, wide area defense, growth characteristics, hard shell armor. Pokémon with this characteristic will be protected by a hard shell and will not be hit in the vitals. Notes, forest turtle, a bush Pokémon, is the evolved form of grass turtle. It lives by the water in the forest and will leave the forest during the day to let the tree on the turtle shell bask in the sun. This forest turtle should be Zhang Cheng's highest level elf, with a strength of level 31. After another upgrade, it will evolve into Terrapin, and its strength will make a qualitative leap. After reading the information of the forest turtle, Zhang Cheng continued to check the situation of Yiyan's forest lizard. He had not deliberately detected the situation of the forest lizard when sparring with Yiyan before. Now that they are fighting, Zhang Cheng also wants to be more familiar with the specific situation of the elves of both sides. Name, forest lizard, level 31, gender, male qualification, A attribute, grass carrying props, none basic skills, slap, stare, absorb, lightning flash, super absorb, chase, leaf blade, high speed movement, slam learning skills, energy ball, guarding inherited skills, dragon breath, magic leaf, leaf storm, grass flute characteristics, lush. When the life value of the elf is too low, the lush characteristic will be triggered, and the power of grass-type skills will be greatly improved. Notes, forest lizard Pokémon, the evolution of the wood gecko, grows leaves from its body, can easily hide in the forest to avoid enemies, lives in the dense forest, and is the leader of tree climbing. Yiyan's forest lizard and Zhang Cheng's forest turtle are equally strong. Now both are level 31, and their main means of attack are also grass attribute skills. After sending out the elves, both sides did not intend to say any nonsense, and each commanded the elves to fight. Forest lizard, use dragon breath to attack. Yiyan chose to use the forest lizard's inherited skill dragon breath to attack, because the effect of grass attribute skills on the forest turtle will be halved, and using dragon skills can ensure maximum damage. The forest lizard spread its wings and quickly absorbed the powerful dragon attribute energy. A large amount of dragon attribute energy was sucked into the belly of the forest lizard, and then a powerful dragon breath was released from its nose. After the dragon breath was formed, it quickly attacked the forest turtle under the control of the forest lizard. Forest turtle, use bite attack. Zhang Cheng and Yiyan had the same idea and planned to attack with non-native skills. Zhang Ben thought he would see a feast of grass-type skills. But what appeared in front of him was indeed a scene where two grass-type 3 family gave up their own skills at the same time to attack. After hearing Zhang Cheng's command, the forest turtle quickly condensed the evil attribute energy around it, and a large amount of evil attribute energy gathered on the teeth of the forest turtle. After attaching the energy, the forest turtle moved its limbs, opened its big mouth and quickly bit the forest lizard. The forest turtle was attacked by the dragon breath skill on the way to the forest lizard, and a large amount of dragon breath hit the body of the forest turtle. Under the attack of the dragon breath, the forest turtle's health was knocked down by a quarter. While losing blood, the forest turtle did not retreat, and opened its fangs and bit the forest lizard fiercely. After the forest lizard was bitten by the forest, its health was also knocked down by a quarter. The first fight between the two sides was evenly matched. Forest lizard, use the leaf blade attack. Yiyan chose to use the grass skill to attack this time, because after the fight just now, Yiyan thought that the grass skill was more effective. After all, with the power of the grass, even if the opponent resisted, the damage would not be much different. After hearing the command, the forest lizard quickly raised his hands, and there were two sharp leaf blades on his arms. Under the control of the forest lizard, the grass attribute energy around it quickly rushed to the leaf blades on his arms. With the increase of energy, the leaf blades on the forest lizard's arms were full of emerald green luster, giving people a very dangerous feeling. After the leaf blades were condensed, the forest lizard waved its arms and attacked the forest turtle. Forest turtle used the parasitic seeds. Zhang Cheng felt that there would be a protracted battle between the two grass-type elves, so he chose to let the forest turtle use the parasitic seeds that could absorb life value. The back of the forest turtle burst out with rich grass attribute energy, which gathered into an emerald green seed. After the seed was formed, it flew towards the forest lizard. The forest lizard was very fast and arrived in front of the forest turtle in a flash. With a swing of its arms, two powerful leaf blades slashed the body of the forest turtle. Under this powerful blow, the life value of the forest dropped directly to only 2/5. The parasitic seeds emitted by the forest turtle also fell on the body of the forest lizard at the same time. The seeds attached to the skin of the forest lizard, and then quickly sprouted and grew long vines to wrap the forest lizard. After wrapping the forest lizard, the vines burst out with emerald green energy, and the life value of the forest lizard was reduced by 1/6. As the health of the forest lizard decreased, the health of the forest turtle also recovered and slowly returned to half of its original state. Yiyan looked at the situation in front of him and planned to make a quick decision, because the longer it dragged on, the more disadvantageous it would be for the forest lizard, and the parasitic seeds would continue to absorb health to heal the forest turtle. In this case, let's use that trick. Yiyan planned to use the forest lizard's trump card. Forest lizard, leaf storm. Yiyan chose to let the forest lizard use the strongest skill of the grass type, leaf storm, which is also the strongest skill among the forest lizard's inherited skills. Leaf storm has a very terrifying lethality, but it also has side effects. After using leaf storm, the elf's special attack will be greatly reduced. Therefore, this skill will not be used under normal circumstances. This skill is only used when it is sure to defeat the opponent directly. After hearing Yiyan's instructions, the forest lizard nodded twice heavily, and then began to frantically condense the grass attribute energy around it. A large amount of grass attribute energy turned into sharp leaves under the control of the forest lizard. A large number of leaves whirled in the air. With a blessing of grass attribute power, these flying leaves gradually formed a green storm. Chapter 177 Defeat the Forest Turtle. After the cyan leaf storm was condensed, under the control of the forest lizard, it quickly attacked the forest turtle with great power. Forest turtle, use wide area defense. Zhang Cheng was a little unconvinced when he saw the opponent's forest lizard use the leaf storm at first, because in his cognition, only the lizard king would use this move. Now that he found that the opponent's forest lizard actually used the leaf storm, Zhang Cheng was also a little panicked, and hurriedly asked the forest turtle to use the strongest defensive move, wide area defense. The rapid attack of the leaf storm also made the forest turtle feel threatened. It quickly condensed the energy around it and formed a large yellowish barrier in front of it. After the barrier was formed, the powerful leaf storm came and hit the barrier hard. After the barrier was attacked, it began to make a sizzling sound, and the entire barrier was on the verge of collapse. Forest turtle, hold on. Zhang Cheng looked at the crumbling barrier and gave the forest turtle spiritual support from a distance. The forest turtle gritted its teeth and continuously sent energy to the barrier, but it didn't have much effect. With a click, the entire barrier shattered in an instant. After the leaf storm broke through the barrier, it carried the remaining attack power and hit the forest turtle's body fiercely. Under the attack of the leaf storm, whose power was weakened by the barrier, the forest turtle also lost nearly half of its health. Now the remaining health of the forest turtle is less than 1/6. At this time, the parasitic seeds on the body of the forest lizard exploded again, causing some damage to the forest lizard. At the same time, the forest turtle also restored its health to 1/6 because of the healing effect of the parasitic seeds. Forest lizard, use the leaf blade to end the forest turtle. Yiyan did not give the opponent any time to react, and commanded the forest lizard to launch a fierce offensive. After the forest lizard used the leaf storm, the special attack was greatly reduced, but the leaf blade is a physical attack and is not affected by the special attack. Now the leaf blade used by the forest lizard still has a high damage, which is why Yiyan dared to use the leaf storm in advance. After hearing Yiyan's command, the forest lizard quickly absorbed the grass attribute energy around it, and the rich grass attribute energy gathered on the leaf blade of the forest lizard's arm. Through the continuous injection of energy, the leaf blade became very sharp, and the luster it emitted became brighter and brighter. After the power of the leaf blade reached its maximum, the forest lizard exerted force with its legs, raised the leaf blade and quickly attacked the forest turtle. Forest turtle used the most powerful energy ball attack. Zhang Cheng saw the opponent's forest lizard attacking again, so he asked the forest turtle to use the energy ball to counterattack. Without wide area defense, the forest turtle could not avoid the attack of the forest lizard at all, and the only countermeasure was to counterattack. The forest turtle knew that it was now facing a desperate situation, and it roared directly to burst out its potential, and the grass attribute energy around it continued to rush towards the forest turtle like crazy. The rich grass attribute energy gathered on the back of the forest turtle. Under the control of the forest turtle, these energies quickly turned into a dark green ball, which carried amazing destructive power. The forest turtle tried its best to condense the energy ball to its strongest state, and then quickly threw it out, shooting at the approaching forest lizard. This dark blue energy ball was the most powerful energy ball Zhang Cheng had ever seen, and it was the explosion of the forest turtle in desperation. The forest lizard quickly approached the forest turtle, and the attack of the energy ball did not make him retreat. The forest lizard directly resisted the attack of this energy ball, and the energy ball exploded directly when it touched the forest lizard, and a large amount of smoke and dust spread. After the smoke and dust dissipated, the forest lizard just came to the side of the forest turtle, raised the leaf blade in his hand and slashed at the back of the forest turtle. The forest lizard relied on amazing willpower and the resistance effect of the grass attribute to directly resist this terrifying energy ball. Resisting this energy ball also made the forest lizard pay a great price. Now the health value of the forest lizard is less than 1/6, and it may lose its combat ability at any time. But this is enough. The forest lizard's leaf blade hit the back of the forest turtle, directly emptying its last health value. The forest turtle screamed and fainted on the ground, losing its ability to fight. With the forest turtle falling to the ground, the battle was over. Yiyan completely defeated Zhang Cheng from Jinling No. 1 Middle School. Well done, come back and rest, forest lizard. After winning the battle, Yiyan praised the forest lizard and then put it into the Pokeball. Zhang Cheng looked very ugly, and he also stretched out his hand to open the Pokeball. A red light shot out and took back the forest turtle that had lost its ability to fight. Forget about your strength. Don't think about coming to our Zhang Cheng No. 1 Middle School to find a sense of existence. Yiyan hit the other party mercilessly. This classmate, you are too arrogant. Do you really think that there is no one in our Jinling No. 1 Middle School? A trainer named Dupeng in the back couldn't stand it anymore and took the initiative to stand up and say, "Am I wrong? I defeated 2 top trainers in your school by myself. What else can I say?" Yiyan said indifferently. "Haha, you are very strong, I admit that, but you are strong alone does not mean that your Zhang Cheng No. 1 Middle School is strong." Dupeng brought out the words he had already thought of. "I think you are the only one in your Zhang Cheng No. 1 Middle School who is strong enough. The other trainers are just the last ones and are not your opponents at all." The elite class students who were watching were very angry when they heard Dupeng's words, but they had no way to refute. After all, the opponent's strength was there. Even the powerful class leader Ha Chenggang was not a match. They were killed instantly when they went up. "Who told you that there is no one in our Zhang Cheng No. 1 Middle School?" Zhang Cheng quickly walked to the competition venue and said to the trainers of Jinling No. 1 Middle School, "There are many strong people in our Zhang Cheng No. 1 Middle School, but we are too lazy to pay attention to you small fish." "What did you say?" Dupeng was out of breath when he heard Zhang Cheng say that they were small fish. They were the pride of the local area. When had they been treated like this? "What? I'm talking about you. Are you dissatisfied?" Zhang Cheng looked at the angry Dupeng and said jokingly. "Do you dare to challenge me to a duel?" Dupeng wanted to teach this ignorant guy a lesson. "Are you out of your mind? I'm standing here. Am I here to play house with you instead of fighting you?" Zhang Cheng continued to play tricks on Dupeng. Ha ha ha, the elite class students around him also laughed. Zhang Cheng's actions made Dupeng speechless. Chapter 178 Battle against Dupeng. HMPH, I hope you can still laugh later. Hearing the laughter of the crowd, Dupeng's face was very ugly. "You decide the rules of the game, and let you lose with conviction," Zhang Cheng said confidently. "Okay," Dupeng said coldly, "just like the previous battle, each side can use 2 Pokémon, and if all the Pokémons of one side lose their combat ability, the other side wins. No problem, Zhang Cheng nodded and took out his Pokeball. Swimper, prepare for battle. It's decided to be you, Crocodile. Both sides sent out their starting Pokemon to fight at the same time. Dupeng sent out the Pokemon of the three great Pokémons, Crocodile, the final evolution of Crocodile. The moment the powerful Crocodile appeared, Zhang Cheng quickly opened the system and checked the data of the powerful Crocodile. Name, Powerful Crocodile, Level 31, Gender, Female. Qualification, B+ Attribute, Water Carrying Props, Mysterious Water Drop. The power of water attribute skills used by the Pokemon carrying this prop will be improved. Basic skills, Grab, Stare, Water Gun, Rage, Bite, Ghost Face, Frozen Teeth, Crazy, Crunched. Learning skills, Climbing Waterfall, Dragon Tail. Inherited skills, Frozen Fist, Metal Claw, Water Wave. Characteristics, Torrent. When the health of the Pokemon with this characteristic is reduced to a certain level, the power of the water attribute moves used will be improved. Notes: Powerful Crocodile, a big, giant Pokemon, is the final evolution of the small saw crocodile. It bites its prey with its large and powerful jaws, and then shakes its neck to smash the opponent to pieces while biting it. After checking the information of this powerful crocodile, Zhang Cheng's face was a little solemn. Powerful Crocodile has a high qualification and has also learned the powerful dragon skill Dragon Tail. This powerful crocodile has mastered many kinds of attribute skills and has a wide range of attacks. However, this powerful crocodile was not unacceptable to Zhang Cheng, because through the system, Zhang Cheng discovered that the powerful crocodile was carrying a mysterious water drop that enhanced the power of water skills. This mysterious water drop was really tailor-made for the fast-swimming frog. Zhang Cheng was least afraid of the opponent carrying props. His elves had learned the thief skill, and the props of the opponent's elves were his props. Powerful Crocodile used the water wave. Dupeng took the lead in launching an attack. He wanted to defeat Zhang Cheng with the most ferocious offensive and regain the previous situation. After hearing Fu Dupeng's command, the powerful crocodile opened its mouth and quickly absorbed the surrounding water attribute energy. A large amount of water attribute energy gathered in the mouth of the powerful crocodile. The absorbed water attribute energy turned into circles of water ripples under the control of the powerful crocodile. After the ripples were formed, they attacked the fast-swimming frog with powerful power. Fast-swimming frog quickly approached the powerful crocodile and used the thief. Zhang Cheng's primary goal was the mysterious water drop carried by the powerful crocodile. Zhang Cheng thought it was a good deal to take a water wave in exchange for the mysterious water drop. Yobo yobo. After hearing Zhang Cheng's command, the fast-swimming frog gathered the evil energy around it in its hands, and then quickly rushed towards the powerful crocodile. The fast-swimming frog was hit by the water wave of the powerful crocodile during the charge. With the blessing of the mysterious water drop, the power of this water wave was very strong. The fast-swimming frog, which had twice the resistance to water attribute skills, lost a quarter of its health. After resisting the water wave of the powerful crocodile, the fast-swimming frog came in front of the powerful crocodile and grabbed the powerful crocodile with both hands carrying evil energy. The thief skill was activated, and the powerful crocodile was hurt. At the same time, the mysterious water drop that it carried was taken away by the fast-swimming frog. The fast-swimming frog actually has such a disgusting skill. Dupeng saw that the fast-swimming frog could actually use the thief and snatch the powerful crocodile's props, which made Dupeng want to curse. The loss of this mysterious water drop had a huge impact. Originally, the power of the skill of the powerful crocodile was increased. Now that the mysterious water drop was carried by the fast-swimming frog, the power of the skill of the powerful crocodile decreased, while the power of the skill of the fast-swimming frog was increased. This was equivalent to transferring one's own power to the other party. The difference between the increase and decrease can be imagined. Fast-swimming frog used the rain. After obtaining the mysterious water drop, Zhang Cheng commanded the fast-swimming frog to activate the rainy weather. The opponent's powerful crocodile is also a water-attributed elf. The power of its skills will be increased in rainy weather, but the fast-swimming frog has an advantage in terms of characteristics. In rainy weather, the leisurely swimming characteristic of the fast-swimming frog is triggered, and the speed will be doubled, while the powerful crocodile has no increase except for the power of its skills. This is why Zhang Cheng activated the rainy weather when the opponent was also a water-attributed elf. Yobo, the fast-swimming frog quickly condensed the water-attributed energy around it. A large amount of water-attributed energy turned into dark clouds under the control of the fast-swimming frog. After the dark clouds formed, the fast-swimming frog exerted force suddenly, and large dark clouds floated into the air. After the dark clouds came to the sky, a large number of raindrops fell, and rainy weather formed. Crocodile used the dragon tail attack. After Crocodile lost a mysterious water drop, Dupeng did not intend to let Crocodile use the water attribute skill attack, and changed his tactics to use the powerful dragon skill Dragon Tail. Crocodile was also very angry after the prop was taken away. After hearing the trainer's attack instructions, he began to madly condense dragon attribute energy. A large amount of dark purple dragon energy rushed towards Crocodile, and the dragon energy quickly wrapped around Crocodile's tail. After the energy condensation was completed, Crocodile quickly came in front of Frog, swung his whole body backwards, and attacked Frog with a powerful dragon tail. Frog had just used the rain-seeking skill, and had no time to react to Crocodile's dragon tail attack, and was directly slapped away. After this dragon tail attack, Frogdile's health was only half. However, Zhang Cheng was not worried at all. What he had done before was just a prelude. Now that the rainy weather has formed, plus the blessing of the mysterious water drop, Frogdile will start a fierce counterattack. Fast Swim Frog used the waterfall climbing attack. Zhang Cheng commanded the Fast Swim Frog to start a counterattack, using the waterfall climbing attack, which was its best water attribute move. Yobo Yobo, the Fast Swim Frog shouted, knowing that it was time to counterattack, and quickly condensed the water element energy around it, and a large amount of water element energy gathered on the body of the Fast Swim Frog. After the water element energy was condensed, the Fast Swim Frog carried the destructive water energy and attacked the mighty Crocodile fiercely. Mighty Crocodile, we also used the waterfall climbing attack. Dupeng saw that it was raining and the benefits of using water attribute skills were greater, so he commanded the mighty Crocodile to use a powerful waterfall climbing attack. Like the Fast Swim Frog, the mighty Crocodile quickly absorbed the surrounding water element energy, and a large amount of water element energy surrounded its body under the control of the mighty Crocodile. The powerful energy condensed on its body, and the mighty Crocodile used its legs to rush towards the attacking Fast Swim Frog. Chapter 179 Defeat the Mighty Crocodile. The fast-swimming frog and the powerful crocodile used the waterfall attack at the same time, and the two elves collided head-on. The waterfall attack used by the fast-swimming frog under the blessing of rainy weather and mysterious water drops was more powerful and faster, and directly knocked the powerful crocodile away. The powerful crocodile was directly hit by the powerful waterfall attack of the fast-swimming frog, and its health was directly reduced by half, while the fast-swimming frog only lost 1/6 of its health. It's all because of this damn thief's skills, otherwise your fast-swimming frog would definitely not be a match for the powerful crocodile. Dupeng looked at the suppressed powerful crocodile and said viciously to Zhang Cheng, "Don't make so-called excuses, these are all meaningless." Zhang Cheng shook his head and continued to command the fast-swimming frog to attack. Fast-swimming frog, use another powerful waterfall attack. Yobo Yobo, the fast-swimming frog rubbed its hands, and under the blessing of the speed of the rainy weather, it quickly condensed a large amount of water element energy, and a large amount of water element energy gathered on the body of the fast-swimming frog. After the energy was condensed, the fast-swimming frog quickly moved forward, and its entire body carried powerful water element energy to attack the powerful crocodile. Powerful crocodile, use the dragon tail attack. Seeing the fast-swimming frog use the waterfall attack again, Dupeng tried to let the powerful crocodile use the dragon tail to counterattack, because the waterfall attack could not beat the fast-swimming frog, so he could only choose other skills to try. The powerful crocodile saw the attacking fast-swimming frog, and his face was very solemn. He quickly absorbed the dragon attribute energy around him. A large amount of dragon attribute energy gathered on his tail under the control of the powerful crocodile. After being surrounded by dragon energy, the powerful crocodile's tail burst out with powerful power. After the dragon tail was formed, the powerful crocodile swung it violently and attacked the fast-swimming frog. The fast-swimming frog's waterfall attack came and hit the powerful crocodile's body directly. At the same time, the powerful crocodile's dragon tail attack also whipped the fast-swimming frog's back. The two elves were hit by the opponent's attack at the same time and were both knocked away. The powerful crocodile burst out with a full-strength attack on the dragon tail, which was very powerful and reduced the blood volume of the fast-swimming frog to only 1/6. On the other side, the crocodile was attacked by the swift-swimming frog, and its health was emptied from half of its health. It fell to the ground and lost its ability to fight. Come back, crocodile. Dupeng took back the crocodile that had lost its ability to fight, and said coldly to Zhang Cheng, "It's not that easy to beat me, go." Rentgen Cat. The second Pokemon Dupeng chose to send out was the electric attribute Rentgen Cat, which has a good restraining effect on water-type Pokemon. Zhang Cheng expected that Dupeng would send out an electric Pokemon. The first reward Zhang Cheng sent out was the water-type swift-swimming frog, and he also turned on the rainy weather. It was obvious that Zhang Cheng's Pokemon was a rainy day team with water-based Pokemon. Zhang Cheng opened the system and quickly checked the data of this Xenon Cat. Name, Xenon Cat, level 30, gender, female, qualification, B attribute, electricity carrying props, none, basic skills, impact, stare, charge, round pupil, electric light, bite, roar, bluff, learned skills. 100,000 volts, charge beam, hold, genetic skills, thunder fang, high speed star, flash of lightning. Characteristics, perseverance. If the Pokemon with this characteristic becomes abnormal, it will take out perseverance and its attack power will be improved. Note, Xenon Cat, the vision Pokemon, the final evolution of Shinx, has eyes that can see through everything and can find opponents hiding in the dark. Xenon Cat with B-level qualifications has just reached level 30. Zhang Cheng estimated that this Xenon Cat should have just completed its evolution, and the main means of attack it has learned are all electric attribute skills. Since you want to target, I will make you despair a little. Zhang Cheng looked at the Xenon Cat sent by Dupeng and said coldly, "Come back and rest, Frog." A red light shot out. Zhang Cheng took back Frog and sent out the second Pokemon to fight. It's decided to be you, Swampert. Zhang Cheng chose to send Swampert to fight. Swampert, which has the ground attribute, is the nightmare of electric Pokemons. Swampert. Dupeng's face instantly turned ugly when he saw the second Pokemon sent by Zhang Cheng. The appearance of Swampert made Dupeng very desperate. He wanted to send out his powerful electric Pokemon to target Zhang Cheng, but he didn't expect that the opponent actually had a Pokemon like Swampert that was not afraid of electric skills. Swampert used mud bombs to attack Rentgen Cat. Zhang Cheng did not hesitate at all, and quickly commanded Swampert to use the ground attribute skills that restrain Rentgen Cat to attack. Rentgen Cat is a single electric Pokemon, and only the ground attribute has a restraining effect on it. Gana Swampert nodded to show that he understood, and then began to condense the ground energy around him. A large amount of ground energy gathered in front of Swampert. Under the control of Swamp Leap, these dense ground energies turned into balls of powerful mud, which hit the Xenon Cat like bombs. Xenon Cat, use hold. Seeing the mud bombs attacking, Dupeng was very cautious and chose to let Xenon Cat use hold to defend. After hearing Dupeng's command, Xenon Cat quickly condensed the energy around it, and a large amount of energy turned into a transparent barrier under the control of Xenon Cat. After the barrier was formed, a large number of mud bombs hit it, causing the barrier to make a violent collision sound. The barrier condensed by the hold skill was still very strong, and it easily resisted the mud bomb attack of Swamp Leap. Now, Swamp Leap used poison. Seeing Xenon Cat use hold, Zhang Cheng quickly commanded Swamp Leap to use poison to attack. He was waiting for Xenon Cat to use the hold skill. As long as the hold skill was used, Xenon Cat would have no way to defend against the poisonous attack of Swamp Leap. Garna, the swamp jumper, opened its mouth to absorb the surrounding poisonous energy. A large amount of poisonous energy gathered in the mouth of the swamp jumper, and then slowly turned into a ball of pus full of poison. After the pus was formed, the swamp jumper sprayed it out with force and quickly hit the body of the Rentgen Cat. After being hit by the poisonous venom, the Rentgen Cat's face suddenly became painful, and its whole body turned like purple. Rentgen Cat used the high-speed star attack. Dupeng saw that the Rentgen Cat was poisoned, and he rushed to launch an attack, because the longer it dragged on, the more disadvantageous it would be for the Rentgen Cat. In order to attack the swamp jumper with ground attributes, the Rentgen Cat could only use the only non-electric attack skill it mastered, the high-speed star. The Rentgen Cat quickly condensed energy, and the rich elemental energy gathered around the Rentgen Cat. These energies were transformed into energy stars. These stars carried powerful lethality. After condensing into shape, they attacked the swamp jumper in front. Chapter 180. Defeat Dupeng. A large number of energy stars shot at the swamp leaping fish, and exploded after hitting the swamp leaping fish's body. The high-speed stars pushed the swamp leaping fish back 4 or 5 meters before stopping. Under the attack of the high-speed stars, the swamp-leaping fish's health was knocked down by a quarter. This may be your only chance to hit the swamp-leaping fish, Zhang Cheng said to Dupeng playfully. What do you mean? Don't bluff me here. Dupeng didn't believe what Zhang Cheng said, and continued to command the Renkin Cat to attack. Renkin Cat, continue to use high-speed stars. Dupeng believed that as long as the Renkin Cat could use high-speed stars 3 more times, the opponent's swamp-leaping fish would definitely not be able to hold on. Even if I can't use electric skills, my Renkin Cat can still defeat you, Dupeng said very confidently. Haha, Zhang Cheng just smiled and didn't say anything. Only facts are the best proof. It's useless to say more. Once the results come out, Dupeng, will have nothing to say. Hearing Dupeng's instructions, the Renkin Cat quickly and skillfully condensed the energy around it, and a large amount of energy turned into 5-pointed stars under the control of the Renkin Cat. The 5-pointed star contained powerful energy. Under the control of the Renkin Cat, it quickly attacked the swamp-leaping fish. Swamp-leaping fish, use wide area defense, Zhang Cheng commanded casually. Gana swamp-leaping fish nodded, and the energy around it quickly surged. Under the control of swamp-leaping fish, a pale yellow barrier was formed, which protected swamp-leaping fish. Whoosh! 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 A large number of 5-pointed stars flew over and hit the barrier condensed by swamp-leaping fish, making a violent sound, but no matter how the high-speed stars attacked, the barrier showed no signs of breaking. In the end, all the high-speed stars were launched, and no substantial damage was caused to swamp-leaping fish. At the same time, purple light flashed on the body of Renkin Cat, and highly toxic toxins erupted, and Renkin Cat's health value was reduced by 1/5. After seeing the wide area defense of Swampjumper resist the high-speed star, Dupeng's face was a little ugly. Then Dupeng saw the poison bursting from Renkin Cat, and his health was rapidly decreasing. He began to feel a little panicked. Renkin Cat, hold on, let's use the high-speed star attack again. Swampjumper has just used the wide area defense and has no way to resist your attack, Dupeng began to cheer Renkin Cat. Hearing the encouragement of his trainer, Renkin Cat was full of fighting spirit and began to concentrate on gathering energy. A large amount of energy gathered in Renkin Cat's mouth. Under Renkin Cat's control, these energies turned into a large number of energy stars. After the energy stars were formed, they attacked Swampjumper. Next, I'll let you know what true despair is. Zhang Cheng looked at the flying high-speed stars and quickly gave orders to Swampjumper. Swampjumper, use defense. Gonna, Swampjumper shouted, stretched out his hands to quickly collect the energy around him, and the energy quickly rushed towards Swampjumper, forming a transparent barrier in front of him. Boom, boom, boom. A large number of energy stars hit the barrier, but the seemingly weak transparent barrier did not move at all. And the high-speed stars did not have any effect. After the attack of the Renkin Cat, the black and purple on its body became heavier, and the highly toxic toxins burst out more strongly, directly knocking off a quarter of the Renkin Cat's health. If you have the ability, don't use defensive skills. Do you dare to fight my Renkin Cat head-on? Dupeng looked at the situation in front of him and felt very aggrieved. You asked me not to use it, so I won't use it. Zhang Cheng looked at Dupeng opposite him like a fool. Damn it, Renkin Cat, use the strongest high-speed stars for me. I don't believe that I can't break the turtle shell of the swamp-leap fish, Dupeng shouted angrily. Dupeng has already lost, and it's up to us next, a tall man from Jinling No. 1 Middle School said lightly. This man is the strongest trainer of Jinling No. 1 Middle School, named Su Jin, who has a quasi-god Pokémon in his hand. This Dupeng is too impulsive, he is really useless, a girl in a short skirt beside Su Jin said disdainfully. This girl is the third-ranked trainer of Jinling No. 1 Middle School. Her name is Yao Jia, and she is also very strong. Back to the battle site, under the instruction of Dupeng, Renkin Cat endured the pain of the poison and began to condense energy. Under the pain of the poison and the pressure of the battle, Renkin Cat burst out its potential, and the surrounding energy formed a vortex with Renkin Cat as the center. As the vortex continued to rotate, powerful energy entered Renkin Cat's body. Renkin Cat used this energy to condense energy stars in front of it. This time, the condensed energy stars were more than twice as large as before. The energy stars were like a meteor waterfall, carrying huge power to attack the swamp-leap fish. Looking at the amazing high-speed stars, Zhang Cheng was slightly surprised. He didn't expect that the opponent's Renkin Cat could burst out such a powerful energy. But it was just a little bit of surprise. Even if Renkin-Cat's attack power was improved, it would never be possible to win. Don't forget that Zhang Cheng still has the fast swim frog. Even if he was just wasting time, he was confident that he could drag the opponent to death. Swampfish, use wide area defense again. Zhang Cheng asked Swampfish to continue to defend. The opponent's high-speed stars were very powerful, but as long as there was wide area defense to reduce the power of high-speed stars, Swampfish would not lose too much health even if the barrier was broken. Swampfish quickly condensed a pale yellow barrier in front of it. At the same time as the barrier was formed, a large number of energy stars flew over. With a continuous bombardment of energy stars, the barrier was already a little shaky and began to make cracking sounds. Another wave of high-speed stars attacked, and the barrier finally reached a critical point of endurance and broke directly. The remaining part of the energy stars hit the body of Swampfish. Under the attack of this terrifying high-speed star, Swampfish's health was knocked down by half. On the other side, the state of Renkin-Cat was even worse. After exploding the potential of the whole body, Renkin-Cat consumed a lot of physical strength. The highly toxic toxins erupted again, this time directly deducting 1/3 of Renkin-Cat's health. After 3 consecutive outbreaks of highly toxic toxins, Renkin-Cat now only has about 1/5 of its health. Marshunkin used mud bombs to attack. Seeing that the opponent's Xenon had entered a low health state, Zhang Cheng chose to take the initiative to attack, allowing Marshunkin to use ground-based skills to attack that restrained Xenon. Gonna after Marshunkin saw that his trainer chose to take the initiative to attack, he was immediately full of fighting spirit. He felt a little aggrieved because of the continuous defense just now. A large amount of ground-based energy gathered in front of Marshunkin. Under Marshunkin's control, these ground-based energies turned into clumps of mud. The mud was full of huge destructive power, like bombs. After the mud bombs condensed into shape, Marshunkin waved his arms, and the mud bombs in front of him quickly attacked Xenon. Xenon-Cat quickly used the defense. Dupeng looked at the mud bombs coming from the swamp-leaping fish, and in a panic, he chose to let the Renkin-Cat use the defensive defense. If the Renkin-Cat was hit by the mud bombs in its current state, it would definitely lose its combat capability. The Renkin-Cat tried hard to transform the energy around it into a transparent barrier to resist the attacking mud bombs. The mud bombs hit the barrier, making a violent explosion sound, and the barrier began to shake. The defensive power of the barrier that the Renkin-Cat had gathered with great difficulty was not strong, and the attack of the mud bomb was about to break the barrier. As the barrier continued to make a cracking sound, Dupeng became nervous. The last mud bomb came and hit the barrier that was about to break. The barrier broke directly after being hit, and the mud bomb also lost its destructive power because it broke the barrier. The Renkin-Cat's defensive move barely resisted the attack of the swamp-leaping fish. Dupeng looked at the Renkin-Cat successfully resisting the mud bombs and breathed a sigh of relief, but before he could finish his breath, Dupeng's face turned ugly again. The poison in the Renkin-Cat's body surged wildly, and its entire body turned purple and blue. The Renkin-Cat finally couldn't resist the poisonous attack. Its health points were emptied, and it fell to the ground, losing its ability to fight. Chapter 181 Sujin's Challenge. How is this possible? How could I lose? Dupeng looked at the Renkin-Cat that had lost its ability to fight, his face full of disbelief. Back off, Dupeng, don't embarrass yourself here. Sujin stood up to persuade Dupeng to retreat, and was willing to accept the defeat. Sujin thought that Dupeng's behavior was too embarrassing for Jinling No. 1 Middle School. Although Dupeng was very unwilling, he didn't dare to say it in front of Sujin, so he could only grit his teeth and retreat to the back. I guess you are the strongest trainer of Zhang Cheng No. 1 Middle School, right? Sujin turned and asked Zhang Cheng. Don't talk so much nonsense, say what you want to say directly, don't be fussy, Zhang Cheng said impatiently. He hated people who liked to pretend the most. Hearing what Zhang Cheng said, Sujin's face instantly turned cold. I am Sujin, the strongest trainer of Jinling No. 1 Middle School. Now I challenge you on behalf of Jinling No. 1 Middle School. Do you dare to accept it? What's there to be afraid of? I'm waiting for you at any time, Zhang Cheng responded tit for tat, and his momentum was not to be daunted at all. Oh? I'm talking about a doubles match. Are you sure you accept it? Sujin said with a playful smile. Sujin thought that the strength of their Jinling No. 1 Middle School could crush Zhang Cheng No. 1 Middle School, but he chose the safest 2-on-2. 1-on-1 might cause accidents, but 2-on-2 can reduce this error tolerance to the minimum and leave no chance for the opponent. I've said it's okay, so stop nagging. It's 9 o'clock tomorrow morning, still here. I hope you can make it on time. Zhang Cheng took the initiative and set the time for the match. Humph, Sujin snorted coldly. Let's go. Sujin and the classmates behind him left the battlefield of Zhang Cheng No. 1 Middle School. The class monitor is awesome. Teach these arrogant guys a lesson tomorrow. The elite class students around saw Zhang Cheng drive away the trainers of Jinli No. 1 Middle School, and they immediately burst into cheers and praise. Zhang Cheng nodded in response, and then left the battlefield with Yiyan to solve dinner. Are you sure about tomorrow? We can only rely on the two of us and two Vogue too. On the way to the cafeteria, Yiyan asked Zhang Cheng. Do you still need to worry about our strength? Don't worry, we will control them tomorrow. Zhang Cheng patted Yiyan on the shoulder and said confidently. Yiyan nodded and asked curiously, who do you think they will send to play tomorrow besides Sujin? It is likely to be the girl who didn't make a move, because we don't know her Pokémon, so we have a certain advantage, Zhang Cheng answered after a little thought. The two chatted while finishing dinner. After dinner, they returned to the trainer's house to continue training the Pokémons, preparing for tomorrow's doubles match and training the tacit understanding of the Pokémons on both sides. After finishing the Pokémon training, Zhang Cheng returned to the dormitory, took out the energy cube to feed the Pokémons, and then washed up and went to sleep. The next morning, Zhang Cheng still got up to the familiar alarm and started a new day. After getting up and washing up, Zhang Cheng went to the cafeteria to have a simple breakfast, and then went to the training ground. After arriving at the training ground, Zhang Cheng found that most of the students in the third year of high school had arrived. Presumably, the head teachers of each class knew about the challenge from Jinli No. 1 Middle School, so they also gave their classes a holiday to let them come and watch the game. Watching high-quality games can also improve the awareness of trainers. Under the same strength, trainers with good awareness will have an absolute advantage. Time soon came to 9 o'clock, and the trainers of Jinli No. 1 Middle School came to the training ground under the leadership of Sujin. Come on, let me see the strength of your Zhang Cheng No. 1 Middle School. Sujin was smart this time. He didn't intend to say nonsense to give Zhang Cheng a chance to mock him, and directly started the battle. Hearing this, Zhang Cheng didn't say anything. He and Yiyan went directly to the battle stage and explained everything with their actions. Jia, let's go too. Sujin and Yao Jia next to him came to another battle stage together. Both sides were ready, each took out a Pokeball for the starting Pokemon, and after the four looked at each other and nodded, they released the starting Pokemon at the same time. Strider, prepare for battle. Barbude, it's you. Charmer, tear them apart. It's your turn. Vaporeon. Zhang Cheng and Yiyan confidently chose their own initial Pokemon as the starting lineup. This was also their habit, and Zhang Cheng was not surprised at all. What surprised Zhang Cheng was that Sujin on the opposite side chose the fire-attributed Charmeleon, even though he knew that Zhang Cheng had the water-type Strider. As for the Vaporeon sent by Yao Jia, Zhang Cheng had a bad feeling. Zhang Cheng guessed that this Vaporeon was likely to have the water storage attribute. Because for the top trainers of each academy, 90% of their initial Pokemon are the starter Pokemon, and the starter Pokemon are generally the strongest Pokemon of the trainer in the early stage, and will be sent out to fight at the beginning. Just like Sujin, the initial Pokemon he obtained was most likely this Charmeleon. Yao Jia's starting Pokemon was Vaporeon, not the starter Pokemon, which means that the other party had other intentions in sending Vaporeon. Chapter 182: A Tough Opponent. With this feeling of uneasiness, Zhang Cheng opened the system and began to check the specific data of this Vaporeon. A lot of information appeared in Zhang Cheng's mind. Name, Vaporeon, level 32, gender, female, qualification, B+ attribute, water carrying props, mystic water drop. The power of the Pokemon carrying this prop will be greatly increased when using water-related skills. Basic skills, impact, call, shake tail, throw sand, lightning flash, bite, high speed star, water gun, water wave, aurora beam, water flow ring. Learning skills, freezing beam, waterfall climbing. Inherited skills, fake cry, crazy, prey. Characteristics, water storage. Pokemon with this characteristic will not be hurt when attacked by water-related skills, but will restore health. Notes, Vaporeon, a foam Pokemon, can dissolve in water because its cell structure is similar to that of water molecules. After reading the specific information of Vaporeon, Zhang Cheng's face instantly sank. The existence of the water storage characteristic made most of the skills of Frogger ineffective. After learning about Vaporeon's information, Zhang Cheng turned to look at Sujin's Charmeleon, and a large amount of data appeared in his mind. Name, Charmeleon, level 33, gender, male, qualification, B+ attribute, fire carried item, charcoal. The power of fire attribute skills used by a Pokémon carrying this item will be enhanced. Basic skills, grab, call, spark, smoke screen, dragon's fury, metal claws, ghost mask, flame fang, flame splash. Learning skills, rock slide, tile splitting. Inherited skills, air blade, dragon wave, dragon dance. Characteristics, fierce fire. A Pokémon with this characteristic will have its fire attribute skills enhanced when its health drops to a certain level. Note, Charmeleon, the fire Pokémon, is the evolved form of Charmander. When it is excited after a continuous battle with a strong enemy, it is said that it will spit out bluish-white flames. After reading Charmeleon's data, Zhang Cheng felt even more pressure. With the characteristics of charcoal and fierce fire, the fire skills of this Charmeleon will burst out with terrifying power when it is at low health. It is a very difficult elf to deal with. Charmeleon, use Flame Fang to attack Butterfree. Sujin took the lead and commanded Charmeleon to use Flame Fang, which he was good at, to attack. After Charmeleon heard Sujin's order, he quickly opened his mouth to condense the fire attribute energy around him. A large amount of fire attribute energy gathered in Charmeleon's mouth. The fire attribute energy continued to strengthen in Charmeleon's mouth, and then attached to the fangs. The Flame Fang condensed into shape and quickly attacked Butterfree. Butterfree quickly used the skill of holding on to defend. Yition chose to let Butterfree defend. This was the effect of Yition. He first defended and responded to changes with the same attitude. Butterfree quickly flapped its wings, and a large amount of energy quickly gathered in front of it, condensing into a transparent barrier to resist Charmeleon's attack. Charmeleon rushed forward quickly, biting the Flame Fang in its mouth on the barrier in front of Butterfree. The barrier began to shake violently under the attack. As the barrier shook, the flames in Charmeleon's mouth continued to dissipate, and the barrier finally withstood the attack of Flame Fang. Swimper used the waterfall attack on Charmeleon. Zhang Cheng saw that the opponent started to attack, and quickly commanded Swimper to attack Charmeleon. Vaporeon has the water storage property, so Swimper can hardly cause an effective attack on Vaporeon. It is the best choice to deal with Charmeleon. Yobo Yobo. Swimper shouted loudly, quickly condensing the water attribute energy around it, and a large amount of water attribute energy surrounded Swimper's body. These energies burst out a lot of power on Swimper's body. The water attribute energy turned into powerful force under Swimper's control. As Swimper's body moved, the water element energy followed closely and quickly attacked the opponent's Charmeleon. Charmeleon had just used the Flame Fang attack, and it was too late to dodge, and was directly hit by the waterfall climbing attack of Frog. Under the powerful water attribute skill attack, Charmeleon's health was directly knocked down by 1/3. Vapoon used the Ice Beam to attack Butterfree. Yaogia chose to let Vapoon use the Ice Beam to attack Butterfree. The Ice attribute skill has a control effect on the Flying-type Butterfree. After hearing Yaogia's command, Vapoon opened its mouth to condense the surrounding Ice attribute energy, and a large amount of Ice attribute energy gathered in Vapoon's mouth. These powerful energies were transformed into blue-white Ice Beam under Vapoon's control. After the Ice Beam was formed, it quickly attacked Butterfree under Vapoon's control. Butterfree's defensive barrier had just been broken, and it was too late to dodge Vapoon's attack. The Ice Beam hit Butterfree's body and knocked it to the ground. Butterfree's health dropped to 2/3. The effect of the Freezing Beam was very good. The Freezing Beam used by Vaporeon did not have the power bonus of the original skill, but it could still cause good damage to Butterfree. Butterfree used the Wind. Yition chose to use the Wind skill. This move has a deep routine. Butterfree flapped its wings to condense the flying energy around it. A large amount of energy rushed towards Butterfree. Butterfree turned the condensed flying energy into 2 small whirlwinds. With a continuous injection of energy, the size and attack power of the 2 whirlwinds became larger and larger. When the whirlwinds condensed to the maximum extent, Butterfree flapped its wings, and the 2 whirlwinds split into 2 directions and flew towards Charmeleon and Vaporeon. This routine had been used in the previous battle. Sujin and Yaogia naturally knew it, and immediately ordered the elves to retreat. Charmer, get out of the way. Vape, be careful. After hearing the order, Vaporeon and Charmeleon began to retreat to a distance to avoid the whirlwind blown by Butterfree. Butterfree's whirlwind attack speed was not very fast, and under the advanced defense of Vaporeon and Charmeleon, it failed to hit. However, this also gave Frog the opportunity to attack. The two Pokémon were busy dodging, afraid of being hit by Hypnotic Powder. In fact, Yeeon's wind skill did not include Hypnotic Powder this time, and it was a psychological warfare. Frog, now, used Waterfall Climb to attack Charmeleon. Zhang Cheng seized the opportunity created by Yeeon and let Frog attack Charmeleon in the distance. Yobo after the warm-up just now, Frog was now full of fighting spirit. The water attribute energy around it rushed in crazily, forming a strong energy wave around Frog. These energies have very strong lethality. After Frog controlled these energies, the whole body quickly rushed forward to attack Charmeleon. If you're listening to this novel on a channel other than Fanfic World, it means they downloaded and uploaded it without effort. We cordially invite you to visit our channel, Mundo Fanfic Novelis. There you'll find the original version of this story and you can explore many other novels of various genres. We're waiting for you to immerse yourself in a world of incredible novels. Chapter 183 Defeat the Fire Dinosaur. The fast-swimming frog's attack speed was very fast. It arrived in front of Charmeleon in an instant, carrying the huge and powerful water element energy to crash into Charmeleon. Charmeleon had just wasted a lot of physical strength to avoid the wind attack of Botadai, and was finally hit by the waterfall attack of the fast-swimming frog. The power of the water element has a good restraining effect on the fire attribute Charmeleon. After being hit by this powerful blow, Charmeleon's health value was directly reduced to 1/3. After being attacked this time, Charmeleon roared immediately, and the flames on its tail burned more fiercely. This is the characteristic of Charmeleon, a sign of fierce fire triggering. Now with the dual blessing of charcoal and fierce fire, Charmeleon's fire attribute skills will have a very terrifying effect. Next, let you know how powerful Charmeleon is. Sujin looked at Zhang Cheng and Yeeon with a cold face. He had been waiting for this moment to stimulate the potential of Charmeleon to the maximum. Charmer, use Flame Splash. Sujin gave a direct command, letting Charmer in the raging state use Flame Splash, a range attack. This move can attack Butterfree and Frog at the same time. Charmer roared, and the surrounding fire attribute energy quickly surged, and the rich fire attribute energy gathered in front of Charmer. These fire attribute energies were eventually transformed into a ball of extremely high temperature magma. After the hot magma took shape, Charmer opened his mouth and violently spewed out the magma. Barbet, use Hold again. Butterfree's defense is not very strong. Facing the terrifying magma attack, Yeeon chose to use the Hold skill for defense at the first time. Butterfree quickly flapped its wings, skillfully turning the surrounding energy into a transparent barrier. This barrier seems very weak, but it can withstand very powerful attacks. After the barrier was formed, the hot magma fell on it, and a loud noise suddenly came from the barrier. The magma was trying to melt the barrier. Finally, the barrier couldn't withstand the attack of the magma. With a click, the entire barrier was broken, and the remaining magma hit Butterfree's body. The power of the magma after being weakened by the barrier was not so terrible, but it still knocked out 1/3 of Butterfree's health. If it hadn't held the barrier, Butterfree might have lost 2/3 of its health. This shows how strong Charmeleon is with a blessing of charcoal and fierce fire. On the other side, a large area of magma also attacked the fast-swimming frog, but the fast-swimming frog did not dodge. Fast-swimming frog, let's continue to use the waterfall attack. Zhang Cheng didn't let the fast-swimming frog defend. The water-attributed elves were not so afraid of the magma attack. Charmeleon's health was not much now. As long as the fast-swimming frog used a powerful climb again, it would definitely defeat Charmeleon. Yobo the fast-swimming frog had no fear of the flying lava, allowing the lava to hit its body. After enduring the attack of the flame splash, the fast-swimming frog lost 2/5 of its health. Seeing that the fast-swimming frog had lost so much blood, Zhang Cheng was also a little surprised. You know, the mosquito frog is a water-attributed elf, which can reduce the power of the fire-attributed flame splash by half. If there is no attribute restraint. If it is replaced by an elf with other attributes, it may be directly hit to residual blood or even empty the life value. Yobo, after being hit by the attack of the Charmeleon, the fast-swimming frog became very angry, and quickly condensed the water-attributed energy around its body. After the terrifying water-attributed energy surrounded its body, The fast-swimming frog exerted force with its legs and attacked the Charmeleon fiercely. The angry attack of the fast-swimming frog was far more powerful than the previous waterfall attack. The Charmeleon was directly hit more than 10 meters away by this waterfall attack, and fell to the ground and lost its ability to fight. I thought they were so strong, but it turns out they are just like this. That's right, they are not as good as our class leader. I don't know how he got the confidence to brag here. After seeing Zhang Cheng defeat the opponent's Charmeleon, the students who were watching began to discuss. Hearing the discussion of the students, Su Jin's face was a little ugly. Come back, Charmeleon, I advise you not to be complacent too early. This is just the beginning, Su Jin said coldly and released his second Pokémon, Zhang Gui. It's time for you to show off. Su Jin's second Pokémon turned out to be a ghost-type Jengar. No one expected this. Ghost-type Pokémon rarely appear in the human field of vision, and there is basically no chance to catch them. This was also the first time Zhang Cheng saw Jengar after crossing over. He had no experience facing ghost-type Pokémon, so he had to open the system to learn about this Jengar. Name, Jengar, level 32, gender, male qualification, B attributes, ghost, poison carrying props, none basic skills, hypnosis, licking, resentment, black eyes, curse, night shadow, strange light, assault, tooth for tooth learning skills. 100,000 volts inherited skills, flame fist, resentment, clearing smoke characteristics, cursed body. Pokémon with this characteristic, after being attacked, sometimes turn the opponent's moves into a fixed state. Note, Jengar, a shadow Pokémon, is the final evolution of Ghastly. The reason why people suddenly feel cold is because Jengar absorbs the surrounding heat. From the information given by the system, Zhang Cheng has a certain understanding of Jengar. Su Jin taught Jengar 100,000 volts, which is very unfavorable for the fast-swimming frog. Vol, use water ring. When other Pokémons were fighting, Yaojia commanded Vol to use the water skill water ring. After using water ring, the Pokémon's HP can be continuously restored, which is a great advantage for those who can hold on. Vol now has the ability to store water, and its defense is not bad, so it is basically impossible to be defeated quickly. Water ring can also play its role to the maximum extent in this case. If there is a risk of being killed instantly, it is not suitable to use skills like water ring. Now that Vol is difficult to defeat, it is the most suitable skill to use water ring. After hearing Yaojia's command, Vol absorbs the surrounding water energy. After the water energy is absorbed, it gradually forms a water ring. After the water ring is formed, it surrounds Vol's body. In the next battle, water ring will continue to restore the health of Vol. Chapter 184, Powerful Jengar. Let's work together to deal with Jengar first. Vaporeon has used water ring, so we can't deal with it for now. Zhang Cheng decided to work together with Yeetion to attack Jengar. Vaporeon is more difficult to deal with, so he stayed behind to attack. No problem, Butterfree, use Psychic. Yeetion commanded Butterfree to use the Psychic type trick that restrains Jengar to attack. This Jengar is very fast, be careful. Seeing Jengar dodge Butterfree's mental power so easily, Zhang Cheng knew that this was another very difficult opponent. Jengar, use 100,000 volts to attack Frog. After Jengar dodged Butterfree's attack, Su Jin commanded Jengar to launch a counter-attack and use the electric skill 100,000 volts to attack Frog. Jengar released a strong suction force to the surroundings, and a large amount of electric energy quickly gathered under Jengar's attraction. These electric energies turned into a thick yellow electric current under Jengar's control. After the electric current was formed, it attacked Frog with great power under Jengar's control. Frog, use guard. Zhang Cheng had long expected Jengar to use 100,000 volts to target Frog. At the same time as Jengar launched the skill, Zhang Cheng had already commanded Frog to use guard for defense. Yobo Frog opened its arms and absorbed the energy around it. A large amount of energy gathered in front of Frog to form a transparent barrier. The thick electric current hit the barrier, making a sizzling sound. In the end, it was better to defend the barrier and resist Jengar's powerful attack. Vape, use Aurora Beam to attack Butterfree. Yaojia continued to let Vape use the ice attribute skills that restrain Butterfree to attack. Vape's body condensed a large amount of ice attribute energy, and the energy turned into colorful light under the crazy surge. The light carried a powerful destructive power and shot towards Butterfree quickly under the control of Vape. Butterfree had just used the mental power to attack, and there was no time to dodge. It was hit by the aurora beam when it flew directly, and its health was reduced to about half. Swimper used the Eye of the Heart. Zhang Cheng knew that if he wanted to deal with Jengar, he had to use the Eye of the Heart. It would be easy for Jengar to dodge if he attacked directly. Yobo, the frog, concentrated and absorbed a special energy into its body. With a blessing of this energy, the frog's next attack could achieve a 100% hit rate. Zheng Gui used Night Shadow to attack the frog. Su Jin continued to attack the frog, intending to get rid of Zhang Cheng's main Pokémon first. Under Su Jin's command, Jengar quickly absorbed the surrounding ghost energy, and a large amount of ghost energy turned into a dark shadow in front of Jengar. After the shadow took shape, it floated towards the frog with a strange aura. The speed of the shadow did not seem to be fast, but the frog could not dodge it anyway. The strange night shadow hit the frog, and the frog's health value was reduced again, leaving less than 1/3 of its health. Now, the frog uses the Reckless skill. Seeing that the frog's health value was hit to a very low level, Zhang Cheng quickly commanded the frog to use the Reckless skill that could severely damage Jengar. Yobo powerful energy burst out from frog's body, and this energy carried an unstoppable force and attacked Jengar. This reckless attack was blessed by the Eye of the Heart, and Jengar could not dodge it. The reckless attack quickly hit Jengar, directly reducing Jengar's health to the same level as frog, with less than 1/3 of his health left. Valope used Water Wave to attack Butterfree. Yaojia planned to carry out the plan to the end and continue to attack Butterfree. If the opponent was unwilling to attack her Vaporeon, she could also attack without restraint. Vaporeon shouted, and a large amount of water element energy gathered. Under the transformation of Vaporeon, these water element energies turned into water ripples. After the water ripples were formed, they brought a powerful attack force to Butterfree in the air. Butterfree used the illusion beam on Jengar. Yigon did not choose to defend, and quickly commanded Butterfree to attack Su Jin's Jengar. Jengar's health was very low after being attacked recklessly. Yigon wanted to take this opportunity to quickly get rid of this difficult Jengar. The Psychic-type illusion beam has a good effect on Jengar. If this attack can hit, Jengar will directly lose its combat ability. Butterfree vibrated its wings and used all its strength to quickly absorb the surrounding psychic energy. A large amount of psychic energy turned into a ray of illusion under Butterfree's control. After the illusion beam was formed, it attacked Jengar, who had just been severely injured. Avoid it, and then use the Fire Fist on Butterfree. Su Jin quickly gave orders to Jengar. Jengar easily dodged Butterfree's attack with a flash, and the illusion beam hit the ground without causing any effect. After dodging Butterfree's attack, Jengar clenched his right fist, and powerful fire attribute energy quickly gathered, forming a ball of strong flame on Jengar's right fist. After the flaming fist was condensed, Jengar instantly came in front of Butterfree and punched Butterfree's body with a powerful flaming fist. Attacked by the flaming fist, Butterfree fell to the ground, with less than 1/6 of its health left. At the same time, Vaporeon's Water Wave also attacked and hit Butterfree, who had just landed. After Butterfree was attacked by the Water Wave, its health was directly emptied and it fell to the ground and lost its ability to fight. This Jengar is so strong, it's basically impossible to hit it with ordinary skills. Yigon looked at Jengar, who dodged 2 attacks in a row and then defeated Butterfree, with a very solemn expression. "Thank you for your hard work, Butterfree." Yi Chen took back Butterfree and sent out the second Pokémon to fight. It's you, Lizard. Yigon's original plan was to send Heracross to fight, but the situation was special now. The fighting skills that Heracross was good at had no effect on Jengar. So Yigon chose to send Lizard to deal with Vaporeon, and leave Jengar to the Heart's Eye Frog to deal with. Chapter 185 Fangland Shark. Swimper quickly used the Eye of Heart, and then follow up with Water Wave. Zhang Cheng planned to let Swimper use the Eye of Heart again to ensure that the next attack could hit Jengar. Yobo Swimper quickly gathered energy to use the Eye of Heart. Swimper was very skilled in using the Eye of Heart, and the Eye of Heart was quickly condensed, and the hit rate of Swimper's next skill was enhanced. After using the Eye of Heart, Swimper continued to condense water attribute energy, and a large amount of water attribute energy flowed to the body of Swimper. Zheng Gui used 100,000 volts. Su Jin seized the opportunity when Swimper released the skill and commanded Jengar to use the electric special move 100,000 volts. If this 100,000 volts hit, Swimper will be defeated directly. Jengar shouted, and the electric attribute energy around him quickly condensed, forming a thick electric current in front of Jengar. After the electric current was formed, Under Jenger's control, it quickly attacked the swimper in front. At this time, the frog was frantically gathering the surrounding water attribute energy. Under the control of the frog, the water attribute energy turned into circles of water ripples. After the water ripples were formed, they quickly attacked Jenger. The frog had just used water wave, and Jenger's 100,000 volts came in front of it, and the thick electric current fell on the body of the frog. The frog's condition was not good, and now it was attacked by this powerful electric attribute skill, and its health was directly emptied, and it lost its combat ability. At the same time, the frog's water wave attacked Jenger. This attack was blessed by the Eye of the Heart, and Jenger had no way to dodge it no matter how fast Jenger was. The water wave accurately hit Jenger, and Jenger's defense was not very strong. After being hit by the water wave, it also lost its combat ability. Up to now, both sides have lost 2 Pokémon. Zhang Cheng, Frog, and Yuan's Butterfree lost their combat ability, while the opponents Jenger and Charmeleon lost their combat ability. Because Sujin had been targeted by the two, he now only had the last Pokémon left. Come back, Jenger, Strider, come back and rest. Zhang Cheng and Sujin took back their Pokémon, then took out new Pokéballs and sent out their respective Pokémon. Fluffy, prepare for battle, come out, Sharktooth. Zhang Cheng had heard long before the battle that the other side had a quasi-god Pokémon, but he didn't expect it to be a dragon-type Sharktooth. It's actually a dragon-type quasi-god Sharktooth. This is too abnormal. Do we still have a chance of winning? Wow. That pink Fluffy is so cute. Looking at the 2 Pokémon that appeared, the elite class students watching had different focuses. Most of the boys were discussing Sharktooth, while the girls were discussing Zhang Cheng's shiny Fluffy. Zhang Cheng quickly turned on the detection system and checked the data of this Fanged Land Shark. Name, Fanged Land Shark, level 33, gender, male qualification, attribute, dragon, ground carrying props, none basic skills, impact, sand throwing, dragon's fury, sandstorm, slam, quicksand hell, cleave, dragon claw learning skills, hold, rockfall inherited skills, reverse scale, dragon breath, metal claws characteristics, rough skin. When a Pokémon with this characteristic is attacked, it will use its rough skin to hurt the enemy that touches it. Notes, Fanged Land Shark. A cave Pokémon, is the evolution of Round Land Shark. Since ancient times, people have believed that medicine made from his scales can cure any disease. This is an A-level Fanged Land Shark with a high damage genetic trick, reverse scale, which is a very terrifying existence. Forest Lizard, use the energy ball to attack Vaporeon. Yuan directly ignored Sujin's Fanged Land Shark and commanded the Forest Lizard to attack Vaporeon. The Grass-type energy ball skill can cause high damage to Vaporeon. The Forest Lizard had a cold look in its eyes, and waved its hands frantically to gather the grass attribute energy around it. A large amount of grass attribute energy was transformed into an emerald green light ball, through the control of the Forest Lizard. After the light ball was condensed and formed, it attacked Vaporeon with the great power under the control of the Forest Lizard. Seeing that Yuan was not worried at all, Zhang Cheng also understood. It seemed that Yuan was very confident in his Diplodocus. In this case, let's focus on dealing with a Yaoji's Pokémon and leave Sujin's sharp-toothed land shark to Diplodocus, Zhang Cheng thought to himself. Fluffy Sheep, launch 100,000 volts on Vaporeon. Zhang Cheng also commanded the Fluffy Sheep to use the electric-type trick that restrained Vaporeon to attack. Vaporeon's good days were over now, and the 2 Pokémon on his side were both restraining its existence. The Fluffy Sheep used all its strength to condense a thick electric current, which shot towards Vaporeon at a very fast speed after it was formed. Vol, used the Ice Beam to attack the Forest Lizard. Yaoji's Vol had not learned to defend this type of defensive skills. Facing the fierce attack, she had to use ice skills to attack Yuan's Forest Lizard. Vol quickly condensed ice attribute energy, and a large amount of ice attribute energy turned into a blue-white beam under Vol's control. After the beam was formed, it quickly shot towards the Forest Lizard. At the same time as the ice beam hit the Forest Lizard, the 100,000 volts of the Fluffy Sheep and the energy ball of the Forest Lizard also hit Vol. The Forest Lizard was attacked by Vol's non-native ice attribute skills, and its health dropped by nearly 1/3. The attacks Vol received were all to control it, and they were all skill attacks with the power of the original system, and it was directly knocked down by 4/5 of its health. After being seriously injured, the water ring surrounding Vol's body activated the healing effect, and Vol's health was restored to 1/4. Sharptooth Land Shark used the Dragon Claw to attack the Forest Lizard. After Sujin summoned the Sharptooth Land Shark, he chose Yuyan's Forest Lizard as the target of attack and asked the Sharptooth Land Shark to use its Dragon Claw skill. The Sharptooth Land Shark roared to the sky, and the powerful dragon attribute energy quickly gathered in his hands. The energy quickly transformed into the shape of a dragon claw attached to the Sharptooth Land Shark's hand. After the dragon claw condensed into shape, the Sharptooth Land Shark raised his arm and quickly stepped forward to the side of the Forest Lizard, and launched the Dragon Claw attack. The powerful Dragon Claw attack hit the abdomen of the Forest Lizard. Under this terrible blow, the health of the Forest Lizard was knocked down by half, and now it only has less than 1/6 of its health. Dragon-type elves are really terrible. A random attack of this skill can knock down half of the health of a Forest Lizard of similar level. Looking at the injury of the Forest Lizard, Zhang Cheng was slightly surprised. Chapter 186, Battle Between Dragon Elves. Vol, use Wish. Seeing that Vol had lost so much HP at once, Yaojia quickly ordered Vol to use a skill that could restore HP. After receiving the order, Vol quickly gathered the energy around it, and the absorbed energy turned into a gentle light, healing Vol's injuries. Work together to attack Vol, and don't let him recover his HP. Seeing that Vol wanted to recover, Yuyan continued to command the Forest Lizard to launch an offensive. Forest Lizard, use Leaf Blade on Vol. Yuyan knew that the Forest Lizard's current state could no longer withstand the next attack of the Sharptooth Land Shark, so he decisively chose to replace the opponent's Vol. The Forest Lizard activated the Leaf Blade skill, and a large amount of grass attribute energy gathered on the Forest Lizard's arms. The rich energy turned into 2 sharp leaf blades, and quickly attacked Vol under the control of the Forest Lizard. Fluffy, let's attack Vaporeon together, use 100,000 volts. Zhang Cheng planned to cooperate with the Forest Lizard to attack Vaporeon, because Vaporeon's health was restored to a certain extent when using the Wish, and the Forest Lizard might not be able to defeat Vaporeon directly, so letting the Fluffy make a final attack was the safest choice. A powerful electric energy burst out from the body of the Fluffy, and the electric energy surged wildly, eventually forming a thick electric current, which quickly shot towards Vaporeon after it was formed. The Forest Lizard was very fast, and in a flash it came to Vaporeon's side, raised the leaf blade in its hand and slashed at Vaporeon. Under the attack of the Forest Lizard's powerful grass attribute skill Leaf Blade, Vaporeon's health quickly decreased, but because of the recovery of the Wish skill, after and during the Forest Lizard's Leaf Blade attack, Vaporeon still retained the less than 1/10 of its health. The Forest Lizard's attack ended, and the 100,000 volt attack of the Fluffy Sheep immediately hit. The thick electric current hit Vaporeon's body. Under this powerful electric skill attack, Vaporeon's health was emptied and lost its ability to fight. Fanged Land Shark, use Dragon Breath on the Forest Lizard. Sujin chose to attack the Forest Lizard with low health first, eliminate it, and try to make up for the disadvantage in the number of Pokémon on their side. Fanged Land Shark opened his arms, and a strong suction force burst out from his body. The powerful dragon attribute energy continued to gather and was sucked into the belly of Fanged Land Shark. These dragon energies were transformed by Fanged Land Shark and turned into breaths that spewed out from the tip of the nose. The dragon breath attack seemed to have no lethality, but it was actually very powerful. The dragon breath fell on the body of the Forest Lizard, and suddenly burst out with powerful destructive power. After the attack of Fanged Land Shark, the Forest Lizard fell to the ground powerlessly and lost its ability to fight. Come back, Forest Lizard, come back. Vaporeon, Yuyan and Yaojia each took back the rewards that made them lose their combat ability. Now both sides only had 3 Pokémon left, and the battle had already entered a white-hot stage. It's decided to be you, Lady of the Grass Knot. The second Pokémon Yaojia sent out was still not a starter Pokémon, but a grass and bug attribute Lady of the Grass Knot that had a restraining effect on the Velvet. According to Zhang Cheng's speculation, the starter Pokémon in Yaojia's hand should be a water attribute that was restrained by the Velvet, otherwise she would not have kept it in her hand. Thinking of this, Zhang Cheng still followed the usual practice and opened the system to check the specific data of this Knotgrass Lady. Name, Knotgrass Lady, level 31, gender, female, qualification, B attributes, grass, insect carrying props, none, basic skills, guard, impact, insect bite, awakening power, butterfly dance, assault, telekinesis, leaf knife, growth learning skills, mental strong telekinesis, grass not inherited skills, none characteristics, dustproof. Pokémon with this characteristic will not be harmed by sandstorms and hail, and will not be affected by powder moves. Note, not grass lady, leaf envelope Pokémon, the evolved form of female not grass. Its appearance is different depending on the place of evolution. This not grass lady is not very strong in Zhang Cheng's opinion. The only troublesome thing is its grass attribute, because the attack methods of the wool sheep are basically electric skills. The existence of the grass attribute of the not grass lady greatly reduces the attack power of the wool sheep. Go, two-headed Tyrannosaurus. Yiyan finally sent out his quasi-dragon-type Pokémon, two-headed Tyrannosaurus. What? How can you have such an elf? Sujin said in disbelief when he saw Yiyan's two-headed Tyrannosaurus. It is impossible to meet a dragon-type elf in the wild. Sujin's sharp-toothed land shark was obtained by his family through connections. He couldn't understand why Yiyan also had a dragon-type quasi-god elf. In Sujin's impression, there was no big family with the surname Yi. Dual-headed Tyrannosaurus, Dragon Wave. Yiyan ignored Sujin and directly commanded the two-headed Tyrannosaurus to attack. The two-headed Tyrannosaurus roared, and the two dragon heads simultaneously condensed a large amount of dragon-type energy. Under the control of the two-headed Tyrannosaurus, the dragon-type energy turned into circles of mysterious ripples. After the dragon ripples were formed, they flew quickly towards the sharp-toothed land shark. Sharp-toothed land shark, dragon claw attack. Sujin was not to be outdone, and commanded the sharp-toothed land shark to fight head-on with Yiyan's two-headed Tyrannosaurus. The sharp-toothed land shark quickly condensed the dragon attribute energy around it, and a large amount of powerful dragon attribute energy gathered in the hands of the sharp-toothed land shark, and the dragon attribute energy in its hands turned into powerful dragon claw. After the dragon claws were formed, the fanged land shark waved its arms and quickly attacked the two-headed Tyrannosaurus. The dragon wave of the two-headed Tyrannosaurus first hit the body of the fanged land shark, and the fanged land shark was hit by the attack and 1/3 of its health was knocked down. After enduring the damage of the dragon wave, the fanged land shark quickly came in front of the two-headed Tyrannosaurus, and launched the dragon claw attack, which also knocked down 1/3 of the two-headed Tyrannosaurus. Neither of the two dragon-type elves had the upper hands in their first fight. Rongrongang, use electromagnetic waves. At the same time, Zhang Cheng's battle was also in progress. When the electric skill attack of Rongrongang was not effective, Zhang Cheng chose to let Rongrongang use electromagnetic waves that could paralyze the opponent. Mimi, Rongrongang quickly absorbed the electric energy. Under the control of Rongrongang, the rich electric energy turned into a large amount of thin and long electric current. The electric current did not have much lethality, but it was like a spider web, with a strong control effect. After the electromagnetic wave condensed and formed, it quickly attacked the not grass lady under the control of Rongrongang. The electromagnetic wave was very fast and hit Lady GKO before she could react. The electromagnetic wave hit Lady GKO's body but did not cause any damage, but it greatly restricted Lady GKO's movements and she fell into a paralyzed state. Chapter 187 A Desperate Struggle. Grass Lady, use the flying leaf knife to attack. Seeing the opponent's woolly sheep taking the initiative to attack, Yaojia could not bear it, and decisively chose to use the flying leaf knife to attack. After receiving the order, the grass lady quickly condensed the nearby grass attribute energy. A large amount of grass attribute energy gathered around the grass lady and turned into pieces of flying leaves. After the flying leaf knife was formed, just as the grass lady was about to control them to attack the woolly sheep, a large amount of electric current was generated on her body, which directly interrupted the connection between the grass attribute energy and the grass lady. The flying leaf knife that had just condensed into shape quickly turned into grass attribute energy in the air and dissipated. This was the effect of paralysis, which directly caused the grass lady's skill to fail. Come back, woolly sheep. After paralyzing the grass lady, the woolly sheep's mission had been completed, and Zhang Cheng planned to send the Pidgeot to fight next. Pipabird, it's you. Beep beep. Pipabird was full of fighting spirit as soon as it appeared, flapping its wings and quickly flew high into the sky. Pipabird's flying skills have a fourfold restraint effect on Lady Grass, and the next battle is very unfavorable for Lady Grass. Come back, Lady Grass. Yaojia also knew this very well, and decisively took back Lady Grass and sent out the third Pokémon to fight. Flower Sea Lion, it's your turn. Yaojia's third Pokémon was exactly what Zhang Cheng expected, a water-attributed Pokémon from the 3 starter Pokémons. Zhang Cheng opened the system and quickly checked the data of Yaojia's Flower Sea Lion. Name: Flower Sea Lion. Level 32. Gender: female. Qualification: B+. Attributes: water, fairy. Carried items: white vanilla. After carrying this item, when the elf's ability is reduced, it can be restored to the previous state. It can only be triggered once in each battle. Basic skills: slap, water gun, call, charming voice, round pupils, water jet, frozen wind, one more time, bubble ray, singing. Learning skills: hot water. Inherited skills: water ring, instant amnesia, song of destruction. Characteristics: torrent. An elf with this characteristic will trigger the torrent characteristic when its health value is reduced to a certain level, and the power of the water attribute skills used will be increased. Notes: Flower Sea Lion, an idle Pokémon, evolved from the ball sea lion. It is good at dancing and can make balloons made of water one after another while dancing and throw them at the enemy. After seeing the situation of this Flower Sea Lion, the most important thing to pay attention to is the Flower Sea Lion's inherited skill, the Song of Destruction. Zhang Cheng has tried how effective this trick is in the doubles match in Wulong Town. When the opponent's elf uses the Song of Destruction, at least one elf on your side must be guaranteed to be replaced. If there is no elf to replace, being hit by the Song of Destruction is equivalent to chronic death. Pippi Bird, use the storm to attack the Flower Sea Lion. Zhang Cheng chose to take the initiative and let Pippi Bird output a high damage skill Storm of the Flying System. Beep beep. Pippi Bird flapped its wings, frantically condensing the flying system energy around it, and a large amount of flying system energy gathered in front of Pippi Bird. Under the control of Pippi Bird, these energies turned into a small storm. As the flying system energy continued to be injected, the size and power of the storm increased. When the storm condensed to the maximum, Pippi Bird quickly flapped its wings, and the storm attacked the Flower Sea Lion with powerful power. Flower Sea Lion, use Frozen Wind to attack Pidgeot. Yaojia has a lot of experience in fighting. She did not choose to use water-based skills to attack, but chose to control the attributes, so that Flower Sea Lion used ice-based skills to attack Pidgeot. After receiving the order, Flower Sea Lion quickly absorbed ice-based energy. A large amount of ice-based energy turned into very cold wind under the control of Flower Sea Lion. After the formation of the frozen wind, it quickly blew towards Pidgeot in the air. The storm and the frozen wind staggered very tacitly. When the storm hit Flower Sea Lion, Pidgeot was also hit by the frozen wind. The attack power of the storm is very strong, and with the power bonus of this system, Flower Sea Lion lost 2/5 of its health. Pidgeot was attacked by the frozen wind, which had a restraint in its attributes, but Flower Sea Lion was not an ice-based elf, and the frozen wind it used did not have the power bonus of this system, and finally lost 1/3 of Pidgeot's health. Fanged Land Shark, use Reverse Scale. Reverse Scale is a very powerful dragon skill. After using Reverse Scale, it will continue to launch powerful attacks in the next period of time. After the attack ends, the elf will fall into a state of confusion. Sujin chose to let Fanged Land Shark use this move, which means to quickly end the game. After receiving the order, Fanged Land Shark madly absorbed the dragon attribute energy. As it continued to absorb the dragon attribute energy, Fanged Land Shark gradually became manic, and its whole body was full of explosive energy. Seeing the two-headed Tyrannosaurus in front, Fanged Land Shark quickly attacked and activated the Reverse Scale skill. Two-headed Tyrannosaurus, use Dragon Wave. Yutian knew that he had no choice now, but to keep fighting hard until one side fell, and quickly commanded the two-headed Tyrannosaurus to use the Dragon-type trick to attack. Seeing Fanged Land Shark's Reverse Scale attack coming, the two-headed Tyrannosaurus also felt a huge threat and quickly condensed the Dragon attribute energy around it. Powerful Dragon attribute energy gathered crazily, and the Dragon Wave condensed by the two-headed Tyrannosaurus this time was even more powerful. Each condensed wave was full of powerful destructive power. The Dragon Wave was emitted, hitting the attacking Fanged Land Shark head-on. The Fanged Land Shark was hit by the Dragon Wave, and its health was only a quarter of the last. After enduring the attack of the two-headed Tyrannosaurus, the Fanged Land Shark launched the Reverse Scale attack. The two-headed Tyrannosaurus was attacked by the powerful Dragon Skill Reverse Scale, and was directly knocked flying and fell to the ground, with less than 1/10 of its health left. Fanged Land Shark, keep attacking and defeat the two-headed Tyrannosaurus. Sujin saw that the two-headed Tyrannosaurus had not lost its combat ability, and quickly commanded the fanged land shark to attack. The fanged land shark was still under the effect of the reverse scale point, and the energy of the whole body burst out crazily, and continued to attack the two-headed Tyrannosaurus. Two-headed Tyrannosaurus, hold on, aim at the fanged land shark and use the dragon breath. Yi Qian saw that the opponent's fanged land shark was still using the reverse scale, and immediately seized the opportunity to let the two-headed Tyrannosaurus launch an attack. Fanged land shark still has a quarter of its health left, but dragon-type skills have a restraining effect on dragon-type skills. As long as the Tyrannosaurus Rex can use another dragon breath attack to hit fanged land shark will definitely lose its combat ability. Chapter 188, Die Together. After hearing Yi Qian's encouragement, the severely injured Tyrannosaurus instantly ignited his fighting spirit, and endured the pain to condense dragon attribute energy frantically. The powerful dragon attribute energy was sucked into the abdomen of the Tyrannosaurus, and after transformation, it was sprayed out from the nose. The dragon breath attack condensed and formed just before the sharp-toothed land shark attacked. The reverse scale attack hit the body of the Tyrannosaurus fiercely, and at the same time, the dragon breath released by the Tyrannosaurus floated out and fell on the body of the sharp-toothed land shark. After the two powerful dragon attribute elves were hit by each other at the same time, they both fell to the ground and lost their combat ability. At this point, the three elves of Yi Qian and Sujin had all lost their combat ability, and the current battle became a one-vote-one duel between Zhang Cheng and Yao Jia. Damn it, I obviously had the advantage. Sujin looked at the two elves that died together, and it was a bit difficult to accept. Tyrannosaurus, you did a good job, come back and rest. Yi Qian took out the elf ball to take back the Tyrannosaurus that had lost its combat ability. Sharp-toothed shark, come back. Sujin also took out the Pokeball and took back the sharp-toothed shark. Yao Jia, it's up to you next. Sujin could only pin his hopes on his teammates. Yao Jia nodded, indicating that he would do his best. Flower Sea Lion, use the hot water attack. Yao Jia commanded the Flower Sea Lion to launch the attack first, using the water-based skill of hot water to attack. The Flower Sea Lion skillfully condensed the water attribute energy around it, and a large amount of water attribute energy was absorbed by the Flower Sea Lion. After being transformed in the body of the Flower Sea Lion, these energies were transformed into hot water with powerful attack power and sprayed out. Under the control of the Flower Sea Lion, the hot water quickly shot towards the Pidgeot in the air. Pidgeot, use defend. Seeing the hot water skill of the Flower Sea Lion on the opposite side, Zhang Cheng chose to defend, because the damage of hot water was very high, and there was a chance of additional burning effect. It was not a correct choice to let Pidgeot take the hot water attack. Beep Beep Pidgeot followed the trainer's instructions and quickly flapped its wings to gather the energy around it. Under Pidgeot's control, a large amount of energy turned into a transparent barrier in front of it. The powerful hot water hit the barrier, and the entire barrier was buzzing with a hot water attack. After a period of stalemate, the Flower Sea Lion was defeated, the hot water attack stopped, and Pidgeot successfully resisted this attack. Pidgeot, use the storm attack. After resisting the attack of the Flower Sea Lion, Zhang Cheng quickly commanded Pidgeot to counterattack and use the most powerful storm attack. Beep Beep Pidgeot quickly vibrated its wings, and a large amount of flying energy quickly rushed in. Under Pidgeot's control, this energy gradually turned into a small ball of storm. After the storm took shape, with a continuous injection of flying energy, the size and power of the storm became larger and larger. When the storm condensed to the extreme, Pidgeot flapped its wings, and the storm attacked the Flower Sea Lion with great power. Flower Sea Lion, use the water jet. Yao Jia commanded the Flower Sea Lion to use its signature skill, the water jet attack. The Flower Sea Lion quickly absorbed the water attribute energy around it, and a large amount of water attribute energy turned into a water column under the control of the Flower Sea Lion. After the water column was formed, it attacked the Pidgeot at a very fast speed. The water jet attack was very fast, and in a blink of an eye it hit the Pidgeot's body. Under the attack of the water jet, the Pidgeot's health was reduced to only one half. At the same time, the Pidgeot storm attack also attacked the Flower Sea Lion. The strong storm directly rolled the Flower Sea Lion into the sky. A large number of wind blades caused great damage to the Flower Sea Lion, and the Flower Sea Lion's health was reduced to only 1/3. Come back, Pidgeot. Zhang Cheng planned to keep the Pidgeot state to deal with the Lady of the Grass, and replace it with the Fluffy Sheep to deal with the Flower Sea Lion. Rongrong sheep, prepare for battle. Me. After the Rongrong sheep appeared, it was full of fighting spirit, and its skin emitted a lot of static electricity. Flower Sea Lion, use the Song of Destruction. Seeing Zhang Cheng replaced Rongrong sheep for battle, Yaojia chose to let the Flower Sea Lion use the Song of Destruction to force Zhang Cheng to replace Pidgeot for battle. The Flower Sea Lion quickly condensed the energy around it, and the energy flowed into the Flower Sea Lion's mouth, and then turned into a strange song. The Song of Destruction successfully hit the Rongrong sheep. If Zhang Cheng did not replace Rongrong sheep in a short time, Rongrong sheep would directly lose its combat ability. Rongrong sheep, use 100,000 volts. Zhang Cheng chose to let Rongrong sheep attack the Flower Sea Lion, and was not worried about the Song of Destruction taking effect. As long as Rongrong sheep could get rid of the Flower Sea Lion, the mission would be completed. The half-blood Pidgeot was enough to deal with the paralyzed Lady of the Grass. Now all Zhang Cheng had to do was to quickly defeat the Flower Sea Lion. Me. The pores of the woolly sheep opened up, quickly absorbing the electric energy around it. A large amount of electric energy gathered on the body of the woolly sheep. These energies were controlled by the woolly sheep and turned into a thick electric current. After the electric current was formed, it quickly attacked the Flower Sea Lion. Flower Sea Lion, use instant amnesia. Yaojia's choice was to let the Flower Sea Lion delay time and trigger the Song of Destruction of the woolly sheep to take effect. Using instant amnesia can greatly improve the special defense of the elves and ensure that they will not be killed instantly by the 100,000 volts of the woolly sheep. The Flower Sea Lion concentrated its energy and condensed a large amount of psychic energy. These psychic energies attached to the body of the Flower Sea Lion, greatly improving the special defense of the Flower Sea Lion. The 100,000 volts attack used by the woolly sheep hit the Flower Sea Lion. Under this powerful electric attack, the Flower Sea Lion was beaten to the last bit of blood even with high special defense. However, Yaojia's goal has been achieved. Now Zhang Cheng must take back the wool sheep. If the wool sheep continues to fight, it will be affected by the Song of Destruction and lose its ability to fight. As long as Zhang Cheng replaces the Pidgeot, the Flower Sea Lion can use the last chance of attack to beat the Pidgeot to a low health state, which will give the Lady GCAO a good opportunity to play. Facing the low health Pidgeot and the wool sheep with an attribute advantage, Yaojia's chance of winning will be great. Wool sheep, use 100,000 volts again. Zhang Cheng did not do as Yaojia thought, and decisively chose to let the wool sheep launch an attack and die with the Flower Sea Lion, so that he would have a huge advantage in the next battle. Me. The wool sheep also knew that this would be its last chance to attack. After receiving the order, it frantically condensed the surrounding electric energy, and a large amount of electric energy gathered. Chapter 189, Complete Defeat of Jinling No. 1 Middle School. Under the control of the fluffy sheep, the absorbed electrical energy turned into a thick electric current. The 100,000 volt attack power condensed by the fluffy sheep reached its peak this time. After the electric current was formed, it quickly attacked the Flowery Sea Lion under the control of the fluffy sheep. Flowery Sea Lion, use instant amnesia. Seeing that Zhang Cheng did not replace the BB bird as expected, Yaojia panicked and quickly asked the Flowery Sea Lion to use instant amnesia to continue to strengthen the special defense. As long as she could withstand the attack of the fluffy sheep, she would have a chance to turn the tables. The Flowery Sea Lion saw the strong electric current coming and realized the danger. It quickly absorbed the psychic energy around it. A large amount of psychic energy attached to the body of the Flowery Sea Lion, and the special defense of the Flowery Sea Lion was greatly improved again. After the special defense was improved, the thick electric current formed by 100,000 volts came and hit the body of the Flowery Sea Lion hard. After using the instant amnesia twice in a row, the special defense of the Flower Sea Lion was already very terrifying, but the electric attack had a control effect on it. After being hit by this powerful 100,000 volt attack, the Flower Sea Lion's health was emptied and it lost its ability to fight. Thank you for your hard work, Flower Sea Lion. Yaojia took out the Pokeball to retrieve the Flower Sea Lion that had lost its ability to fight, and then threw out the Pokeball of Lady GKO. Lady GKO? It depends on your performance. Flower Sea Lion was defeated, and Yaojia only had this last Pokemon that could fight. The wool sheep made a painful cry, and the Song of Destruction took effect. Its health was quickly emptied, and it fell to the ground and lost its ability to fight. Wool sheep, you did a good job, and now it's Pidgeot. Zhang Cheng also quickly retrieved the wool sheep that had lost its ability to fight, and then sent Pidgeot to fight. Pippi Bird, it's you. Both sides now have the last elf left. Zhang Cheng's side has a half-health Pippi Bird, while Yaojia's side has a full health Lady of the Grass who is in a paralyzed state. Pippi Bird has a certain disadvantage in terms of health, but in terms of status and attributes, Pippi Bird completely crushes Lady of the Grass. Its flying skills restrain Lady of the Grass 4 times, making Zhang Cheng basically invincible. Lady of the Grass used the mental power. Yaojia knew that she was now at a disadvantage, so she decisively chose to launch an attack to seize the initiative. If she waited to defend, she would only be killed by Pippi Bird in seconds. Grass and insect attribute skills are not very effective against Pippi Bird, so Yaojia chose to let Lady of the Grass use her mastered psychic skill, mental power, to attack. Lady of the Grass quickly absorbed the psychic energy around her body. A large amount of psychic energy was transformed into powerful mental energy under the control of Lady of the Grass. After the mental power was formed, it quickly attacked Pippi Bird. Pippi Bird used the air blade. Zhang Cheng commanded Pippi Bird to use the flying skill that Lady GKO feared the most to attack, leaving no chance for the opponent to turn the tables. Beep beep. Pippi Bird flapped its wings, and powerful flying energy burst out from its body. A large amount of flying energy turned into invisible air blades under Pippi Bird's control. After the air blades were successfully condensed, under Pippi Bird's control, they quickly shot towards Lady GKO in front. The mental power skill hit Pippi Bird first. Since Lady GKO was not a reward for the superpower attribute, the power of mental power was not that strong. Pippi Bird only lost 1/5 of its health after being attacked by mental power. On the other hand, the moment Pippi Bird's air blades hit Lady GKO, it caused severe damage to her, and a large number of blades hit Lady GKO's body. After being hit by this flying skill, Lady GKO's health was knocked down by half. According to the current situation, Lady GKO will hardly survive the next attack of Pidgeot. Pidgeot, use your famous storm to end the battle. Seeing Lady GKO was severely injured, Zhang Cheng commanded Pidgeot to pursue the victory and continue to launch a powerful offensive, preparing to end the battle quickly. Beep beep. Pidgeot screamed to the sky, and then flapped its wings rapidly, absorbing all the flying energy from all directions. The rich flying energy formed a storm under the control of Pidgeot. With a continuous injection of flying energy, the size and lethality of the storm are constantly increasing. Lady GKO, use hold. Seeing the powerful storm attack of Pidgeot, Yaojia did not dare to let Lady GKO face it head-on, so she had to use hold to try to see if she could survive this powerful attack. Lady GKO realized the danger was coming, and used all her strength to condense a transparent barrier in front of her to resist the attack of Pidgeot. As the flying energy continued to fill up, the storm had reached a critical value. The storm was condensed and quickly swept out under the control of Pidgeot to attack Lady GKO. The storm hit the barrier with a strong sense of oppression. The moment the barrier just touched the storm, it began to shake violently. Facing the increasing attack of the storm, the barrier was shaky. Catch! With a sharp cracking sound, the storm broke through the defense of the barrier, and its power was reduced to a certain extent. The remaining storm quickly hit Lady GKO's body. The storm, which was reduced in power by the barrier, was also very lethal, and directly emptied half of Lady GKO's remaining health. Lady GKO fell to the ground helplessly and lost her ability to fight. Lady GKO's fall marked the victory of this battle. In this duel, Zhang Cheng No. 1 Middle School was completely defeated by Jinling No. 1 Middle School. Good. Good, squad leader is awesome, you are worthy of it. Is this the only strength you have at Jinling No. 1 Middle School? You have the nerve to challenge us. After the battle, the onlookers began to praise Zhang Cheng and Yuan, and at the same time, they also denounced the trainers of Jinling No. 1 Middle School. You are awesome this time, let's go. Su Jin saw the scene in front of him and quickly left the training ground with everyone. Now they are like rats crossing the street. If they don't leave, they may face a group fight. We cooperated pretty well this time. Yuan was relieved after the game. Although Yuan was not in command in the final battle, he was also very nervous. It's true that they have a tacit understanding. Su Jin insisted on playing a doubles match. If we fight alone, we really can't defeat his sharp-toothed land shark. Zhang Cheng felt that Su Jin was really shooting himself in the foot. That's not necessarily true. I am very optimistic about my two-headed Tyrannosaurus. If it happens again, I will definitely let the two-headed Tyrannosaurus defeat the sharp-toothed land shark, Yuan said confidently. If you're listening to this novel on a channel other than Fanfic World, it means they downloaded and uploaded it without effort. We cordially invite you to visit our channel, Mundo Fanfic Novelis. There you'll find the original version of this story and you can explore many other novels of various genres. We're waiting for you to immerse yourself in a world of incredible novels. Chapter 190 Combat Power Improvement. Can't you be a little more low-key, kid? Zhang Cheng laughed. You can't be polite to those who come to cause trouble, Yi Yan said fiercely. Haha, you two little guys have made great contributions today and brought honor to our school. The principal had been paying attention to their battle for a long time, and was very happy to see his students perform so well. It's our duty to win honor for the school, and we have to thank the school for giving us space to grow, Zhang Cheng said modestly. You don't have to be so modest. You performed so well today, and we must reward you well. While the principal was speaking, he took out 2 small boxes from his pocket and gave them to Zhang Cheng and Yi Tian. Thank you, principal. The two politely accepted the reward. The principal chatted with the two for a while, and then left the battlefield. After finishing the chat with the principal, Zhang Cheng and Yi Tian first went to the cafeteria to solve the afternoon meal. In the afternoon, the two sent the injured elf to the treatment room for treatment. Nearing the evening, the elf's injuries had all recovered. After thanking the medical staff, the two took the elf back to the dormitory. Today, neither of them planned to continue training. They had just finished a game and were ready to take a good rest. After returning to the dormitory, Zhang Cheng took out the energy cubes for the elves to feast on and reward them. After settling the elves, Zhang Cheng opened the reward given by the principal and found that it was an evolution crystal. Zhang Cheng already had 3 crystals in his hand, and now the principal gave him another one, a total of 4 crystals. After the development of Mega Evolution is successful, Zhang Cheng can use these elves to super evolve his own elves, which will greatly improve his combat effectiveness. However, the most important thing now is to improve your strength, raise the level of the elves to level 36 as soon as possible, and go to the challenge tower to win the title of Elite Trainer after completing the last evolution. Over the years, most of the candidates who can win the title of Elite Trainer before the college entrance examination can enter famous schools. The next morning, Zhang Cheng started a new day under the urging of the alarm clock. After getting up, washing and having breakfast, Zhang Cheng came to the training ground. Today is a practical training class. The time of a practical trainer is always very fast. When it was evening, after finishing dinner with Yi Yan, the two found a suitable open space and started to train the elves. In this way, the two repeated the 3.1 line life day after day. The elves were upgraded very quickly through high-intensity training every day. At the end of May, there was only more than a week left before the college entrance examination. Zhang Cheng's elves finally upgraded to level 36 before this critical moment. Because of the system upgrade qualification, the evolution speed of Frog became very fast. Now it is the highest level among the 4 elves, reaching level 37. The remaining 3 elves barely reached level 36 and completed the final evolution. Pidgeot evolved into Pidgeot, mastered the new skill Wing Attack, and also comprehended the genetic skill Divine Bird Attack. Through this evolution, Pidgeot's strength has made a qualitative leap. Swampert also successfully evolved into Swampert, learned the new water skill Turbidity Stream, increased Swampert's attack methods, and achieved a good increase in combat power. The Fluffy Sheep evolved into an Electric Dragon, and learned 2 powerful attack skills, the Power Gem and Discharge. After learning the Rock skill Power Gem, the Electric Dragon also has a better attack surface. Zhang Cheng was also very pleased to see the elves continue to become stronger. These elves were all watched by Zhang Cheng, and they gradually became stronger from the weakest larval stage. Yi Yan's daily training was also very hard. The 4 elves in his hand also reached level 36 together, but most of Yi Yan's elves did not evolve at around level 36. Only the Forest Lizard evolved into Lizard King after reaching level 36. In general, Yi Yan's elves have also improved very well. Although they have not completed the evolution, they have also mastered new skills, and their attack and defense have been greatly enhanced. When are we going to challenge the tower? Yi Yan asked excitedly. I can't wait to win the title of Elite Trainer. Let's go tomorrow, the sooner the better. After winning the title of Elite Trainer, I can prepare for the college entrance examination with peace of mind in the next few days. Zhang Cheng also felt that this matter was to strike while the iron was hot, and to have a wonderful battle while the elves had just evolved and their morale was high. No problem, Just like I thought, I want to go tomorrow too. Yiyan agreed with Zhang Cheng's idea. After the two agreed to have dinner together, they went back to the dormitory to rest. After Zhang Cheng returned to the dormitory, he still followed the usual practice, first settled the elves, and then went to wash up. After washing up, Zhang Cheng lay on the bed, took out his mobile phone and sent a message to Bai Yuling to ask for leave. Sister, I want to ask for leave tomorrow to challenge the elite trainer title in the challenge tower, Zhang Cheng typed quickly and sent the message. No problem, just go tomorrow, I will help you report to the school, Bai Yuling replied in seconds. After talking about asking for leave, Zhang Cheng began to chat with Bai Yuling. From the chat, Zhang Cheng learned that Bai Yuling was about to return to the Magic City. She came to Jiangcheng No. 1 Middle School and planned to stay for a year before leaving. Now the time is almost up. After Zhang Cheng and others take the college entrance examination, Bai Yuling will leave. Remember to promise me that you must be admitted to the Magic City University, Bai Yuling reminded. Don't worry, sister, with my current strength, there is absolutely no problem, Zhang Cheng gestured to Bai Yuling to be at ease. That's good, come and play games with me, it's so boring, Bai Yuling pulled Zhang Cheng to play games again. Zhang Cheng felt that the time was good, and he really couldn't sleep, so he agreed to the invitation. The two fought together until late at night. Zhang Cheng couldn't stand it anymore, so he said goodbye to Bai Yuling and began to rest. The next morning, after being woken up by the alarm clock, Zhang Cheng got up, washed up, went out, and came to the school gate to wait for Yiyan to arrive. About 10 minutes later, Yiyan also came to the school gate. After the two confirmed that there was no problem, they left the school together. Zhang Cheng planned to stop a taxi as usual, but Yiyan felt that the taxi was too slow. In addition, the two of them were not short of money now, so they decisively chose the elf mount. Yiyan ordered a flaming horse as a mount. Zhang Cheng originally planned to order a flaming horse like Yiyan, but after thinking about it, he decided to release Pidgeot. He had an elf as a means of transportation, so there was no need to use a flaming horse. Damn, why didn't you tell me earlier that you had a Pidgeot? This way, we could ride the Pidgeot together and save some money, Yiyan complained when he saw Zhang Cheng release the Pidgeot. Chapter 191 Return to the Challenge Tower. My Pidgeot recognizes people. If you come up, you will probably be driven down, Zhang Cheng explained with a smile. Don't be so proud, kid. After my Diplodocus evolves, I will also have a flying mount, Yiyan said that he was not envious at all. After the two chose their mounts, they rushed to the challenge tower at full speed. Lying on the back of Pidgeot, Zhang Cheng looked at the blue sky very comfortably and enjoyed this quiet time. Pidgeot was very fast. It took less than half an hour to reach the challenge tower. After arriving at the challenge tower, Zhang Cheng did not see Yiyan's figure. He thought he was still on the way. In this way, Zhang Cheng waited for more than half an hour again before seeing Yiyan, who came. After Yiyan arrived, the two went to the staff to register together. They had been here twice and were very familiar with the process. After taking out the Pokémon book and registering, Zhang Cheng and Yiyan entered their respective battle rooms under the guidance of two different staff members. Are you here to take the elite trainer assessment? As soon as Zhang Cheng entered the battlefield, the assessor took the initiative to ask. Yes, Zhang Cheng nodded. Let me tell you the rules first. The examiner came to the edge of the battlefield and said to Zhang Cheng, the battlefield used for the examination of the Pokémon level trainer title is a platform field. The number of Pokémons that can be used by both sides is 3. The challenger can replace Pokémons in the middle of the game. Defeating the examiner's 3 Pokémons is considered a successful challenge. The examiner quickly explained the battle rules. Understood, you can start the game now. After Zhang Cheng understood the rules, he planned to fight as soon as possible and get the title of elite trainer as soon as possible. Young man, it's good to be confident, but don't be blindly confident. The examiner looked at Zhang Cheng and reminded him with a very confident look. Thank you for the reminder, can we start? Zhang Cheng asked. Yes, come on. Seeing that Zhang Cheng had no problem, the examiner quickly came to the battle area. After both sides were ready, they took out the Pokeballs at the same time and threw them at the same time. Swimper, prepare for battle. Itchu, Beedrill. The first Pokemon sent out by the examiner was Beedrill. Generally, the Pokemon selected for this kind of assessment are weaker than others at the same level. As long as the trainer's Pokemon level meets the standard and there are no mistakes in command, there is a high probability that they will pass. Zhang Cheng did not underestimate the enemy because of this. He quickly opened the system and began to check the data of this Beedrill. Name, Beedrill, level 36, gender, female, qualification, C+ attributes, insect, poison carrying props, none, basic skills, poison needle, silk, insect bite, hardening, double needle, random attack, anger, chase, gas gathering, venom shock, malicious pursuit, poison spike, missile needle, poison attack, learning skills, sludge bomb, hold, genetic skills, none, characteristics, sniper. Pokémon with this characteristic will become more powerful when hitting the opponent's vital points. Note, Beedrill, a poisonous bee Pokémon, is a transformation of Iron Shell Quint, and the poison needle on the tail is very dangerous. This Beedrill had ordinary qualifications and learn skills, but it was at a higher level, so it was not difficult to deal with. Beedrill used the sludge bomb. The examiner had a lot of combat experience, and he immediately ordered Beedrill to launch an attack after the game started. After receiving the order, Beedrill quickly condensed the poisonous energy around it, and a large amount of poisonous energy turned into a ball of powerful sludge under the control of Beedrill. After the sludge was formed, it quickly attacked Zhang Cheng's frog under the control of Beedrill. Frog used defend. Facing Beedrill's powerful poisonous skill attack, Zhang Cheng chose to defend first, and respond to changes with the same. Yobo Yobo, Frog shouted, and quickly gathered the energy from all around. Under the control of Frog, these energies formed a transparent barrier in front. After the barrier was formed, Beedrill's attack followed, and the sludge bomb fell on the barrier, causing a violent explosion. After the explosion, some cracks appeared in the barrier formed by Frog, but it was not completely broken. Frog successfully resisted the attack of Beedrill. Frog used rain. After resisting the attack of Beedrill, Zhang Cheng decisively chose to let Frog activate the rainy weather to strengthen the overall combat effectiveness of the team. Yobo, Frog gathered all the strength of its body and burst out powerful water element energy. A large amount of water element energy formed dark clouds under the control of Frog. After the dark clouds formed, they quickly rose to the air, and a large amount of water droplets fell down, and the rainy weather took shape. Playing with the blessing of rainy weather, Frog's speed and strength have been greatly improved. Such a young trainer can actually use weather. Interesting, the examiner rarely sees trainers of this level use weather tactics. Beedrill, use missile needle. The examiner's fighting style is very strong, commanding Beedrill to continue to launch a fierce offensive. A large amount of insect attribute energy gathered under the control of Beedrill, and the rich insect attribute energy quickly turned into sharp missile needles. As the missile needles continued to condense and form, the rich insect attribute energy gradually dissipated. In the end, Beedrill successfully condensed 5 missile needles. Beedrill's use of missile needles this time was perfect. Under the control of Beedrill, 5 missile needles with powerful lethality quickly shot at the fast-swimming frog on the ground. Fast-swimming frog, get out of the way. Zhang Cheng chose to let the fast-swimming frog dodge. After the fast-swimming frog's leisurely swimming characteristics were triggered, its speed was doubled. With its extremely fast movement speed, the fast-swimming frog successfully dodged the 4 missile needles shot by Beedrill. The last one was a step slower due to the continuous dodging of the fast-swimming frog. In the end, the fast-swimming frog was damaged by a missile needle and its health was reduced by 1/10. Next, it's our turn to counterattack. Fast-swimming frog, use the waterfall attack. After the rainy weather formed, the power of water attribute skills was greatly increased. Zhang Cheng turned from defense to offense and commanded the fast-swimming frog to launch a powerful attack. Yobo Yobo, the fast-swimming frog felt full of vitality in the rainy weather, and quickly condensed a large amount of water attribute energy. The water attribute energy surrounded the body of the fast-swimming frog, exuding a powerful aura. After the water element energy was condensed, the fast-swimming frog exerted force with its legs, and the whole body attacked the giant bee at an extremely fast speed. Big Bee quickly used defense. Seeing the fierce attack of the fast-swimming frog, the examiner also felt a sense of crisis. If this attack hits directly, the giant bee will definitely be seriously injured. Chapter 192, The Difficult Lottie Kappa. After receiving the command, Beedrill began to quickly condense energy. Under the control of Beedrill, a large amount of energy formed a transparent barrier. Frog launched a waterfall attack and hit the barrier condensed by Beedrill with all its strength. Under the impact of Frog, The barrier began to shake violently. Under Frog's fierce attack, the barrier finally couldn't hold on and was broken. After breaking through the defense of the barrier, Frog carried the remaining energy to attack Beedrill. Due to the resistance of the barrier, the power of Frog's waterfall attack was greatly reduced. After being attacked, Beedrill only lost nearly a quarter of its health. Beedrill, use poison attack. The examiner once again commanded Beedrill to attack, not giving Zhang Cheng a chance to breathe. Powerful poison attribute energy burst out from Beedrill's body, and a large amount of poison attribute energy gathered on the double diamond in Beedrill's hand, and then attacked Frog. Frog, use hypnosis. Looking at the attacking Beedrill, Zhang Cheng unexpectedly commanded Frog to use a hypnosis. Yobo the fast-swimming frog skillfully gathered the psychic energy in its mouth. Under the control of the fast-swimming frog, the psychic energy turned into a series of sound waves. After the sound waves were formed, they quickly flew towards the attacking giant bee. Big Bee, stop attacking, get out of the way. The examiner saw the fast-swimming frog using hypnosis and immediately ordered the giant bee to give up the attack and dodge. However, the giant bee was flying too fast when it attacked just now. Now due to the force of inertia, it was difficult to stop and change direction for a while, and was eventually hit by the hypnotic sound waves. The effect of hypnosis was activated, and the giant bee fell into a sleeping state. Its wings stopped flapping, and it lost balance and fell to the ground. Fast-swimming frog, use the rain prayer again. Zhang Cheng did not rush to attack the sleeping giant bee. He chose to let the fast-swimming frog use the rain prayer again to prolong the rainy weather. Yobo, the fast-swimming frog shouted loudly, using all its strength to quickly gather the water attribute energy around it. A large amount of water attribute energy turned into dark clouds under the control of the fast-swimming frog. After the dark clouds formed, they quickly floated into the air, continuously dropping a large number of raindrops on the ground. Quick swim frog, use the waterfall attack. After using the rain prayer, Zhang Cheng commanded the quick swim frog to launch an attack. Yobo rich water element energy quickly formed and surrounded the body of the quick swim frog. With the blessing of these water element energies, the attack power of the quick swim frog was greatly increased. After condensing the energy, the quick swim frog exerted force with its legs, and the whole body carried a huge force, attacking the sleeping Beedrill. Beedrill was in a sleeping state and could not defend. The quick swim frog's waterfall attack easily hit it, knocking off 3/5 of Beedrill's health. After this attack, Beedrill woke up, but its health was less than 1/5. Beedrill's defense was very weak, and it was hit hard by this attack without any preparation, and the situation suddenly fell into headwind. Beedrill, use poison spikes. After seeing that Beedrill had no fighting power, the examiner chose to give up the attack and let Beedrill scatter poison spikes to prepare for the next battle. After receiving the order, Beedrill used all its last strength to condense a part of poison attribute energy, which was transformed into poison spikes containing toxins under Beedrill's control. After the poison spikes were formed, they were quickly scattered on the battlefield. If the Pokémon replaced by Zhang Cheng touched the ground of the battlefield next, it would fall into a poison state. Frog, use station pressure to quickly defeat Beedrill. Seeing Beedrill use poison spikes, Zhang Cheng quickly commanded Frog to attack to prevent Beedrill's next move. If Beedrill was allowed to use poison spikes again before losing its fighting ability, it would be very disadvantageous for Zhang Cheng. 2 layers of poison spikes will produce a highly toxic effect. If Zhang Cheng replaced the Pokémon and it fell into a highly toxic state, it would not be able to fight for a long time. Yobo Frog also realized the seriousness of the situation. With great strength in its entire body, it pounced fiercely on Beedrill, and activated its Tarzan pressure skill. Beedrill, hold on, use the poison spike again. The examiner did as Zhang Cheng thought, and commanded Beedrill to continue using the poison spike. Beedrill gritted its teeth and tried hard to condense the poison attribute energy, but it was too late at this time. Frog's powerful attack had already hit. The Tarzan pressure skill hit directly, and Beedrill was pressed by Frog's strong body and could not move. Its health points were quickly emptied, and it lost its combat ability. Come back, Beedrill. The examiner took it back as soon as Beedrill lost its combat ability. Young man, you are very strong. I am looking forward to the next battle. The examiner was interested in Zhang Cheng and quickly threw out the second Pokeball in his hand. It's decided to be you, Rakuten Kappa. The second Pokemon sent by the examiner was the Soga Water-type Rakuten Kappa. It was obvious that the other party had guessed that Zhang Cheng was mainly water-type Pokémon. Raccoon Kappa with 4 times resistance to water-type skills would limit the performance of the Rainy Day team to the greatest extent. Thinking of this, Zhang Cheng still planned to check the specific information of the other party's Lottie Kappa first. He opened the system and a large amount of data appeared in Zhang Cheng's mind. Name, Lottie Kappa, level 36, gender, male qualification, B attributes, water, grass carrying props, none basic skills, scare, shout, absorb, bubble, nature's grace, white mist, high 5 surprise attack, play with water, bubble ray, nature's force, noisy, shoot down learning skills, freezing beam inherited skills, leaf blade, water gun characteristics, rain plate. Elves with this characteristic will continue to restore health in rainy weather. Notes, Lottie Kappa, Lottie Pokémon, the evolution of Lotus Hat Kid, will start dancing when hearing lively music. It is said that it will appear when inspired by the chorus of children on an outing. The strength of this Lottie Kappa is far superior to that of the giant Beedrill. Not only does it restrain water-attributed elves in terms of attributes, but it also has advantages in characteristics and can perfectly utilize the rainy weather created by the fast swim frog. This Lottie Kappa has fully controlled the Rainy Day team. Quick Swim Frog. Use Explosive Fist. When water skills were not very effective, Zhang Cheng decided to let Quick Swim Frog use fighting skills to attack. Yobo Quick Swim Frog gathered all the strength in his body and gathered the fighting energy around him into his fist. With a large amount of fighting energy attached, the Quick Swim Frog's fist exploded with terrifying power. Chapter 193, The Defeat of the Fast Swimming Frog. The explosive fist condensed into shape and attacked the Lottie Kappa in front with great power. Lottie Kappa, use the leaf blade. The examiner chose the safest way to play, and let Lottie Kappa use the grass attribute skill leaf blade to attack the fast swimmer. Rich grass attribute energy burst out from Lottie Kappa's body, and these grass attribute energies quickly turned into leaf blades. After the leaf blade was formed, it was quickly shot at the attacking fast swimmer under Lottie Kappa's control. Yobo, the fast swimmer protected his arms in front of him and forcibly took the leaf blade attack from Lottie Kappa, and his health was knocked down by 2/5. After withstanding Lottie Kappa's attack, the fast swimmer continued to quickly come to Lottie Kappa, and his right fist, carrying rich fighting energy, hit Lottie Kappa's body. The explosive punch of the fast swimming frog has the power of the skill of this system, and the damage is very considerable. After being attacked, the life value of the Lottie Kappa was also knocked down by 2/5, and it fell into a state of confusion. This is an additional effect of the explosive punch. As long as the explosive punch can successfully hit the opponent, it will definitely produce a chaotic effect. The rainy weather is continuing, and a faint light is emanating from the body of the Lottie Kappa. The rain plate feature is activated, and the life value of the Lottie Kappa has been restored to a certain extent. Lottie Kappa, continue to use the flying leaf knife to attack. The examiner intends to use the attribute advantage to continue to hit the fast swimming frog. With the rain plate feature, the Lottie Kappa will be in an absolute advantage in the collision. After hearing the examiner's instructions, the Lottie Kappa skillfully began to condense grass attribute energy. A large amount of grass attribute energy turned into pieces of flying leaf knives under the control of the Lottie Kappa. After the flying leaf knives condensed into shape, they quickly attacked the fast swimming frog under the control of the Lottie Kappa. Quick Swim Frog, use Hell Roll. According to Zhang Cheng's previous fighting habits, when facing the opponent's attribute restraint skills, he would choose to use defense to resist. But because Lottie Kappa has the characteristics of a rain disc, Zhang Cheng is unwilling to drag the time for too long, which will allow Lottie Kappa to recover more health and gain a greater advantage. Yobo the Quick Swim Frog's eyes were cold, and he opened his arms to absorb fighting energy crazily. The fighting energy around him rushed towards the Quick Swim Frog. After absorbing all the fighting energy, the Quick Swim Frog burst out with power and attacked Lottie Kappa. The flying leaf knife attacked, and the Quick Swim Frog continued to use his arms to cover the vital parts to reduce the damage caused by the flying leaf knife. The flying leaf knife hit the body of the Quick Swim Frog, and this time it also knocked off 2/5 of the Quick Swim Frog's health. After being attacked by Lottie Kappa twice with a flying leaf knife, plus a missile needle from the Beedrill, the Quick Swim Frog's health was less than 1/5. Yobo, after the fast swimming frog took the attack of the flying leaf knife, it quickly rushed towards the Lottie Kappa. The powerful fighting energy burst out, and the fast-swimming frog opened its arms to hug the Lottie Kappa. The two rolled madly on the ground together. The Hell Roll skill was activated, and the Lottie Kappa suffered damage from this fighting skill, and its health value is reduced by 2/5 again. After the health value is reduced, a faint light emanated from the body of the Lottie Kappa, and the Rain Plate characteristic was activated, which restored the health value of the Lottie Kappa again. The two powerful fighting skill attacks of the fast-swimming frog could have reduced the health value of the Lottie Kappa to only the last 1/5, but due to the recovery of the Rain Plate characteristic, the Lottie Kappa now has 1/3 of its health value. Fast-swimming frog, use the explosive punch. Zhang Cheng chose to take the initiative. The current state of the fast-swimming frog was not very high. It was a wise choice to let the fast-swimming frog use the powerful fighting skill to attack the Lottie Kappa first. Yobo yobo. After receiving the command, the fast-swimming frog quickly condensed the fighting energy around it. A large amount of fighting energy condensed on the right fist under the control of the fast-swimming frog. The explosive fist was formed, and the fast-swimming frog swung its right fist, bringing great power to attack the Lottie Kappa in front. Lottie Kappa, use the flying leaf knife again. Seeing Zhang Cheng's fast-swimming frog attacking, the examiner commanded Lottie Kappa to continue to use the flying leaf knife. This move was very effective against the fast-swimming frog. Lottie Kappa quickly condensed the grass attribute energy around it. A large amount of grass attribute energy turned into sharp flying leaves under the control of Lottie Kappa. The flying leaf knife condensed into shape and quickly attacked the fast-swimming frog in front. When the flying leaf knife was released, the fast-swimming frog had already arrived in front of Lottie Kappa and was about to use the explosive fist to attack. Just as the fast-swimming frog was about to swing his fist, the flying leaf knife hit the body of the fast-swimming frog that rushed forward. Under the attack of the leaf blade with the power bonus of the original type and the attribute restrained, the last 1/5 of the health of the frog was emptied, and it lost its combat ability. Come back, frog. A red light shot out and took frog back to the Pokeball. This Rakuten Kappa does have a strong control effect on the Rainy Day team, but I don't just have water-type Pokemon, Zhang Cheng said while throwing out the second Pokeball. Pidgeot, prepare for battle. The second one Zhang Cheng chose to send out was a flying-type Pidgeot, which had a good control effect on Rakuten Kappa. Interesting, such a strong strength at such a young age? The examiner was a little surprised when he saw Zhang Cheng send out the powerful Pidgeot. Pidgeot, use the air blade. After releasing the Pidgeot, Zhang Cheng quickly began to command the attack, letting Pidgeot use his best flying-type moves. Beep beep. Pidgeot flapped his wings quickly, and a large amount of flying energy quickly surged, forming an invisible blade in front of Pidgeot. After a large number of air blades condensed and formed, they quickly attacked the Lottie Kappa on the ground under Pidgeot's control. Lottie Kappa, use the freezing beam. In order to prevent Lottie Kappa from encountering flying elves, the examiner specially let him learn an ice attribute attack skill specifically for dealing with flying elves. After receiving the examiner's instructions, Lottie Kappa began to condense the ice attribute energy around him, and the ice attribute energy around him quickly gathered in front of Lottie Kappa. The rich ice attribute energy turned into blue-white beam under Lottie Kappa's control. After the freezing beam formed, it attacked Pidgeot in the air under Lottie Kappa's control. Pidgeot's air blade hit Lottie Kappa's body first. After being hit by the powerful air blade, Lottie Kappa's health was reduced to less than 1/10 of the last. If it weren't for the partial life recovery provided by the Rain Pan feature, Lottie Kappa would have lost his combat ability by now. Chapter 194, Battle Against Alakazam. After the air blade hit Lottie Kappa, the freezing beam also came quickly and hit Pidgeot quickly. Ice skills have a good effect on the flying-type Pidgeot, but because Lottie Kappa is not an ice-type Pokemon, the freezing beam it used does not have the power of its own system, so it only knocked off a quarter of Pidgeot's health. Pidgeot, use Lightning Flash to defeat Lottie Kappa. Seeing that the opponent Lottie Kappa only had a little life left, Zhang Cheng chose to let Pidgeot use Lightning Flash, which has the highest hit rate and extremely fast attack speed, to confirm the defeat of Lottie Kappa. Beep beep. Pidgeot flapped his wings, condensed the surrounding energy on his wings, and then charged at Lottie Kappa at an extremely fast speed. Lottie Kappa, use the freezing beam again. The examiner knew that Lottie Kappa could not withstand Pidgeot's attack, so he simply gave up defense and tried to exchange more of Pidgeot's health. A large amount of ice attribute energy gathered on the body of Rakuten Kappa. Under Rakuten Kappa's control, these ice attribute energies turned into blue-white beam of light. However, After the beam of light was formed, it did not attack Pidgeot, but instead hit Rakuten Kappa itself. This was triggered by the chaos effect created by the explosive punch of Frogger. Rakuten Kappa fell into chaos and began to attack itself. Under the attack of the freezing beam, Rakuten Kappa's last health value was emptied and lost its combat ability. Pidgeot's body, which was halfway forward, suddenly stopped. Obviously, he did not expect Rakuten Kappa to eliminate himself. "Come back, Rakuten Kappa." The examiner took back Rakuten Kappa, who had lost his combat ability, and took out the last Pokeball and said to Zhang Cheng, "This is the last Pokemon of this assessment. If you defeat it, you can get the title of Elite Trainer. Go." Alakazam, the last Pokemon sent by the examiner, was Alakazam of the Psychic type, which had a strong special attack and was good at various Psychic type tricks. Zhang Cheng quickly opened the detection system as usual and began to check the data of this Alakazam. Name, Alakazam, level 36, gender, male, qualification, B+ attributes, psychic power, carried items, none, basic skills, instant movement, spoon bending, telekinesis, immobilization, illusion ray, miracle eye, reflection wall, psychic blade, self-regeneration, telekinesis, learning skills, psychic power, guarding, inherited skills, shoot down, do it again, barrier characteristics, synchronization. A Pokemon with this characteristic can transmit its own poisoning, paralysis, and burning status to the opponent. Notes: Alakazam, a telekinetic Pokemon, is the evolution of Braveheart. Its brain, like a supercomputer, can generate various superpowers. After reading the various data of Alakazam, Zhang Cheng was more confident about the next battle. The main attack method of this Alakazam is the psychic skill. Pidgeot, use Storm. Zhang Cheng chose to let Pidgeot use the high-damage flying skill Storm to attack. Beep beep. After receiving the order, Pidgeot quickly flapped his wings to condense a large amount of flying energy. Under Pidgeot's control, these flying energies turned into a small whirlwind. After the whirlwind was formed, with a continuous injection of flying energy, the size and power were increased. It was not until the storm condensed to its maximum power that Pidgeot stopped injecting energy. With a flap of his wings, the storm attacked Alakazam below with great power. Alakazam, use Guard. Facing Pidgeot's fierce attack, the examiner chose to defend and temporarily avoid the edge. Alakazam held a spoon in his hand and quickly urged the surrounding energy to turn into a transparent barrier to resist external attacks. The storm hit the guard barrier, and the collision of the two immediately caused a sharp sizzling sound. The guard barrier condensed by Alakazam was very strong. In the end, the energy of the storm was exhausted, and only then did some cracks appear on the barrier. Alakazam used the illusion beam. After resisting Pidgeot's attack, the examiner commanded Alakazam to use its most proficient psychic skill to launch a counterattack. Alakazam waved the spoon in his hand, and the surrounding psychic energy quickly gathered and formed a beam of light in front of Alakazam. The light gave people a feeling of being there and not there, like an illusion. After the illusion beam condensed and formed, it quickly attacked Pidgeot under Alakazam's control. Pidgeot used the defense. When Zhang Cheng was not sure about the power of the opponent's Alakazam skills, he chose to use the defense skill to test it first, and initially understand the lethality of Alakazam's skills. Beep beep. After Pidgeot received the order, he gathered all the energy around him and formed a transparent barrier for defense. The illusion beam hit the defense barrier, which immediately caused a huge noise. Waves of illusion beams continued to hit the barrier, and the barrier began to show some cracks in the face of the powerful attack. The barrier was damaged, and the attack of the illusion beam was blocked. Through this confrontation, Zhang Cheng had a general understanding of the power of Alakazam's skills. Pidgeot, let's use Brave Bird attack. After completing the evolution, Pidgeot has mastered his last inherited skill, Brave Bird attack. This is the most powerful trick that Pidgeot can learn, and it is even more powerful than the storm. Beep, Pidgeot burst out all the energy in his body, and the surrounding flying energy rushed in crazily. A large amount of flying energy attached to his wings under Pidgeot's control. After the energy was gathered, Pidgeot quickly flapped his wings, lowered the flight altitude, and attacked Alakazam below with an indomitable attitude. Alakazam used the spirit of strong thoughts. Seeing Pidgeot launch the strongest attack, the examiner did not show any weakness and commanded Alakazam and Pidgeot to fight head-on. This is the most exciting way to fight. Seeing the aggressive Pidgeot, Alakazam quickly raised the spoon in his hand, and the powerful psychic energy quickly gathered. Under Alakazam's control, These psychic energies quickly turned into spiritual energy, which was quickly shot towards the attacking Pidgeot. During Pidgeot's sprint, he encountered a spiritual attack. Facing the spiritual power, Pidgeot was fearless and continued to attack Alakazam. Brave Bird launched a fierce attack, and Pidgeot's whole body slammed into Alakazam. Under the powerful attack of Brave Bird, Alakazam's health was knocked down by 3/5. Pidgeot's health was also reduced by 2/5 because of resisting the attack of spiritual power. In addition to the damage caused by Loticappa's freezing beam, Pidgeot now only has 1/3 of his health. In terms of health, Alakazam still has a certain advantage. Chapter 195 Elite Trainer. You have trained this Pidgeot very well. It is rare to see a Pidgeot that can learn Brave Bird's fierce attack right after evolution. The examiner recognized Zhang Cheng's strength. Even he could not find any fault with this Pidgeot. Thank you. Zhang Cheng was neither humble nor arrogant, and continued to command Pidgeot to attack. Pidgeot, use Storm. Zhang Cheng's current fighting method is to let Pidgeot reduce Alakazam's health as much as possible. If he can defeat Alakazam directly, it would be the best. If he cannot defeat Alakazam, at least he can reduce Alakazam's health. Alakazam is the examiner's last Pokémon, and Zhang Cheng has 2 Pokémon that can fight. Pidgeot does not have too much pressure, and only needs to try to gain the advantage as much as possible. Beep beep. Pidgeot flapped his wings, and a strong flying energy burst out from his body. A large amount of flying energy gathered in front of Pidgeot, and then turned into a small group of wind. With a continuous injection of energy, the wind group gradually became violent, and a powerful storm attack was formed. Under Pidgeot's control, it quickly attacked Alakazam. Alakazam, use Psycho. Psycho is the most powerful skill that Alakazam has mastered so far. The examiner intends to use this skill to defeat the opponent, Pidgeot, who only has 1/3 of his health. After receiving the examiner's order, Alakazam used the spoon in his hand to quickly condense a large amount of psychic energy, which was transformed into a powerful mental attack under Alakazam's control. Psycho condensed out, Alakazam waved the spoon, and controlled Psycho to attack Pidgeot in the air. The storm quickly hid Alakazam, and Psycho also hit Pidgeot with great power. After Alakazam was hit by the storm, his health was less than 1/10, but he did not fall down with his tenacious willpower. On the other side, Pidgeot's health was not high, and his special defense was not very high. He was attacked by Alakazam's strongest psychic skill, and 1/3 of his health was directly emptied. He fell to the ground and lost his ability to fight. Alakazam, hold on, use self-regeneration. The examiner saw that Alakazam had not fallen yet, and quickly issued an order to let Alakazam use the skill to restore health. Alakazam heard the examiner's order and skillfully gathered the energy around him. A large amount of energy gathered and turned into a gentle light covering Alakazam's body. These lights were healing Alakazam's injuries. Come back, Pidgeot. Seeing that Alakazam began to heal his injuries, Zhang Cheng quickly took back the Pidgeot that had lost its combat ability and sent out the 3rd Pokémon to fight. It's you, Elder. Elder, use 100,000 volts. After Zhang Cheng sent out Elder, he immediately issued an attack order to prevent Alakazam from recovering health. Me. After Elder received Zhang Cheng's order, powerful electric energy burst out from its body. Under Elder's control, the rich electric energy turned into a thick electric current and attacked Alakazam. It's actually a shiny Elder. The examiner was also very surprised to see a shiny Pokémon in a battle for the first time. At this time, Alakazam had just used self-regeneration, and the light on his body dissipated, and his health was restored to half. Alakazam, who had recovered his health, was immediately hit by a 100,000 volt attack. The powerful electric current hid Alakazam's body. Under the attack of 100,000 volts, Alakazam's health was reduced by 1/3, and now only 1/6 of his health was left. Electric Dragon, use the most powerful thunder. Seeing Alakazam in a bad state, Zhang Cheng commanded the electric dragon to use a thunder attack that was more powerful than 100,000 volts, not giving the opponent any chance to breathe. The fighting spirit of the electric dragon was very high. After receiving the order, it began to madly condense the surrounding electric energy. A large amount of electric energy formed a thunder dragon under the control of the electric dragon. After the thunder dragon was formed, it quickly moved to the top of Alakazam's head, locked the target and quickly chopped it down. Alakazam, use all your strength to defend. Now the electric dragon is in a full health state. If Alakazam chooses to attack, he can only beat the electric dragon to less than half of its health at most. and it is impossible to defeat the electric dragon directly. In this case, the examiner could only choose to let Alakazam defend. Otherwise, with Alakazam's current health, he would definitely lose his combat ability if he was hit by the Thunder skill. Alakazam saw the powerful thunder of Dragonite and felt a strong sense of crisis. He quickly collected the energy around him and condensed it into a transparent barrier. After the barrier was condensed and formed, Thunder Dragon came with great destructive power. After being attacked by thunder, the barrier condensed by Alakazam quickly began to crack. Dragonite's attack this time broke out the strongest power of the whole body, and the attack power was very terrifying. Crack crack, the sound of the barrier breaking continued to come. After the sturdy Thunder Dragon broke through the barrier, it quickly hid Alakazam's body. Alakazam, who only had 1/6 of his health, had no chance of taking this terrifying blow. Alakazam's health was quickly emptied and he fell to the ground and lost his combat ability. As Alakazam lost his combat ability, Zhang Cheng successfully passed the assessment and became an elite trainer. You are very strong. Among the trainers I have seen, you are the most special. The examiner gave such an evaluation to Zhang Cheng. After Zhang Cheng expressed his gratitude to the examiner, he quickly left the battle side and came to the staff's location to record the assessment results. Zhang Cheng's battle ended very quickly. The examiner's fighting style was very strong, and he kept launching powerful attacks to exchange blood for blood. After the battle, Zhang Cheng did not see Yuan in the hall. He should still be fighting. Thinking of this, Zhang Cheng found a sofa to rest and waited quietly for Yuan's battle to end. While Zhang Cheng was fighting, Yuan also started fighting with the examiner. The rules have been introduced clearly. Do you have any questions? The examiner opposite Yuan asked Yuan after introducing the assessment rules. No problem, let's start the game. Yuan couldn't wait to win the title of elite trainer. Young people are very energetic. Looking at Yuan's excited face, the examiner sighed. I was like you when I was young. Now I think about it and it makes me miss it. Okay, let's not talk so much, let's start the game. The examiner knew that Yuan was impatient and didn't continue. After both sides arrived at the corresponding venues, they took out a Pokeball at the same time and threw it towards the center of the battlefield. Chapter 196, Battle Between Insect Elves. It's decided to be you, Butterfree, Mormouth, prepare for battle. Both sides sent out their first Pokemon to fight at the same time. Yuan chose Butterfree to lead the charge as usual, while the Pokemon sent by the examiner was the Moke with insect and poison attributes. Name, Moke, level 36, gender, female, qualification, C+ attributes, insect, poison carrying props, none, basic skills, impact, immobilization, detection, ultrasonic, telekinesis, poison powder, illusion ray, paralysis powder, signal beam, hypnotic powder, blood-sucking learning skills, sludge bomb inherited skills, poison diamond characteristics, colored glasses. Pokemon with this characteristic can use moves with poor effects at normal power. Notes, Mormouth, the evolution of Furball, has scale powder on its wings, and when it flaps its wings, it will scatter powder of various colors. Butterfree, use acrobatics. Yuan took the lead in commanding Butterfree to launch an attack, using the flying type acrobatics that he had just mastered through the skill learning machine. If the elf does not carry props, the power of this skill will be enhanced, and the flying skill also has a good restraining effect on the insect type Mormouth. Butterfree flapped its wings quickly, and the flying energy around it continued to flow in and gathered on Butterfree's body. After the energy was condensed, Butterfree's agile body carried the flying energy to attack Mormouth. Mormouth used the sludge bomb. Faced with Butterfree's attack, the examiner did not give in and chose to let Mormouth use its poison-type skill, the sludge bomb, to attack. After receiving the order, Mormouth quickly collected the poison attribute energy around it. A large amount of poison attribute energy turned into a ball of sludge under the control of Mormouth, and the sludge contained a strong destructive power. After the sludge bomb condensed into shape, it quickly attacked Butterfree under the control of Mormouth. Butterfree, who was preparing to attack the moth in the air, was hit by a sludge bomb. The sludge bomb with the power of the original system had high damage, and Butterfree's health was knocked down by 1/3. Withstanding the attack of the sludge bomb, Butterfree flapped its wings and attacked the moth at a faster speed. Butterfree's acrobatic skills hit the moth head-on. With the power of the original system, plus the attribute restraint and the extra damage bonus without carrying props, Butterfree's attack directly knocked down half of the moth's health, and the moth was instantly severely damaged. What a powerful Butterfree! The examiner was surprised to see that Yuyan's Butterfree was so powerful that it knocked down half of the moth's health with one blow. Butterfree, use acrobatics again. After Yuyan gained the advantage, he did not intend to give the opponent any chance. He quickly commanded Butterfree to continue using acrobatic skills. If this move hit again, it would most likely defeat the moth directly. During the attack, Butterfree was hit by a blood-sucking needle. Because of the tinted glasses feature of Mormouth, the insect-type skills it used could cause normal damage to Butterfree. Without this feature, the power of using insect attribute skills to attack Butterfree would be halved. After being hit by Mormouth's blood-sucking attack, Butterfree's health was once again reduced by 1/3. Mormouth also triggered the effect of blood-sucking skills, and its health was restored to 1/6. After withstanding Mormouth's blood-sucking attack, Butterfree continued to attack Mormouth with acrobatic skills. After being hit by this powerful acrobatic attack, Mormouth once again lost half of its health, but did not lose its combat ability. The blood-sucking skill just now restored 1/6 of Mormouth's health, and Mormouth relied on this to resist Butterfree's second acrobatic attack. Butterfree used the bug bite. Seeing that the one-hit attack did not defeat Mormouth, Yuyan commanded Butterfree, who is very close to Mormouth, to attack directly with a bug bite. Under the condition of being restrained, he was able to reduce Butterfree's health to only 1/3, and also scattered poison spikes, laying the foundation for the subsequent battle. The current situation seems to be that Yuyan has the advantage, with 3 Pokémon that can fight, but in fact it is a 50-50 situation, because Butterfree's condition is not very good, and there are also poison spikes scattered by Mormo in the field. Young man, you are very strong, and I will get serious next. The examiner felt some pressure, and the strength of the challenger in front of him was very strong. Gothitsuck, it's decided to be you. The second Pokémon sent by the examiner was Gothitsuck, which is good at using water and psychic skills. If you're listening to this novel on a channel other than Fanfic World, it means they downloaded and uploaded it without effort. We cordially invite you to visit our channel, Mundo Fanfic Novelis. There you'll find the original version of this story and you can explore many other novels of various genres. We're waiting for you to immerse yourself in a world of incredible novels. Chapter 197 The Troublesome Gothitsuck. Name, Golduck, Level 36, Gender, Male. Qualification, B. Attribute, Water carrying props, none. Basic skills, Catch, Play with water, Shake tail, Water gun, Telekinesis, Grab randomly, Water wave, Immobilization, Harsh sound, Mind hammer, Water tail, Immersion, Self-suggestion. Learning skills, Cold, Hot water. Inherited skills, Illusionary light, Hypnosis. Characteristics, Moisture. Pokémon with this characteristic will make the battlefield wet, and no one can use self-destruction moves. Notes, Golduck, a duck Pokémon, is the evolution of Psyduck. The web feet on both hands and feet can swim in a dynamic way, and the diving speed is the fastest among Pokémon. Golduck, use Water Wave. After releasing Golduck, the examiner immediately issued an order to attack Yuyan's Butterfree. After receiving the order, Golduck stretched out his fingers to control the water attribute energy around him. A large amount of water attribute energy was gathered together by Golduck, and then formed a series of water ripples. After the water waves were successfully condensed, they quickly attacked Butterfree under the control of Golduck. Butterfree, use Guard. Yuyan did not know the strength of Golduck. To be safe, Yuyan chose to let Butterfree use Guard to test the attack power of the opponent Golduck. Butterfree quickly flapped its wings, absorbing the surrounding energy to form a transparent barrier in front of it. After the barrier was formed, it resisted the attack of the water waves. The water waves hit the guard barrier, causing it to shake violently, but it did not cause any damage to the barrier. In the end, Butterfree perfectly avoided the water waves of Golduck. Butterfree, use Energy Ball. After resisting the opponent's attack, Yuyan chose to let Butterfree using the grass-type skills that the water-type Pokémon feared. Butterfree began to gather grass attribute energy, and the rich grass attribute energy around it quickly gathered in front of Butterfree. Under Butterfree's control, the grass attribute energy turned into an emerald green ball of light. After the ball of light condensed and formed, it attacked Golduck in front with great power. Golduck, let's use the defend skill too. The examiner saw Butterfree use the grass attribute skill to attack, and decisively asked Golduck to use the defend skill to defend. Golduck stretched out his fingers and gathered the energy around it, forming a transparent barrier in front of him. Soon after the barrier was formed, the energy ball attacked and hit the barrier hard. The energy ball skill used by Butterfree did not have the power bonus of the main system, and ultimately failed to break through the defense of the barrier. The two sides exchanged courtesy and attacked and defended each other for a wave, but no damage was caused. Gothitelle, use hot water. After Gothitelle used defend, the examiner immediately issued a new order, asking it to use a powerful water attribute skill to attack. A large amount of water attribute energy gathered together under the control of Gothitelle. These energies continued to condense and compress, and finally formed a water column with extremely high temperature and great lethality. After the water column was formed, it quickly sprayed towards Butterfree in the air. Butterfree, use another energy ball attack. After the previous test, Yixian had estimated the damage of Gothitelle. With the current state of Butterfree, it should be able to take a blow from Gothitelle without losing its combat ability, so Yixian chose to give up defense and take the initiative to attack. Butterfree skillfully condensed grass attribute energy. Under the control of Butterfree, the rich grass attribute energy formed an emerald green light ball that was larger than before. After the energy ball skill was successfully condensed, it quickly attacked Gothitelle on the ground under the control of Butterfree. The skills of both sides hit each other. The energy ball emitted by Butterfree did not have the power of the original system, so it only hit 1/3 of Golduck's health. If it had the attribute blessing, this attack would most likely knock out half of Golduck's health. Butterfree was attacked by hot water, and its health was knocked down by a quarter, leaving only the last bit of health. Just when Yixian breathed a sigh of relief and was ready to feel proud of his judgment, Butterfree's body became red and swollen. The burn effect attached to the hot water skill started, and Butterfree's health was reduced again. The last health was emptied by the burn effect, and Butterfree fell to the ground helplessly, losing its ability to fight. This luck is too bad. Yixian felt a little helpless when he saw Butterfree being defeated by the burn effect. He did not expect that this probabilistic thing would happen at the most critical moment. If Butterfree survived this attack, it could knock out more of Golduck's health, giving the team a greater advantage. Come back and rest, Butterfree. Yixian took back Butterfree, who had lost its ability to fight, and then sent out the second elf to fight. Lizard King, it's you. The second Pokémon sent by Yixian was the Lizard King, which restrained the water-type Golduck. This is troublesome. I didn't expect that this little guy actually has the grass-type starter Pokémon. The examiner felt a little difficult when he saw Yixian sending the Lizard King. Facing the grass-type Lizard King, Golduck had basically no room to play. Lizard King, use the Leaf Blade. Yixian took the initiative to attack and commanded the Lizard King to use his special move, the Leaf Blade, to attack. The Lizard King's eyes were cold, and he frantically condensed the grass-type energy around him. The rich grass-type energy gathered on the Lizard King's arms and turned into two sharp leaf blades. After the leaf blades condensed into shape, the Lizard King used his legs to quickly approach Golduck and swung the leaf blades on his arms to attack. Gothitelle, use the Mind Hammer. Facing the grass-type Lizard King, the examiner could only give up the water-type skills that Golduck was best at, and choose to use psychic-type skills to attack the Lizard King. The mysterious psychic energy quickly gathered on the head of Golduck. With the energy attached, Golduck's head burst out with powerful force and crashed into the attacking Lizard King. While the leaf blade hit Golduck's body, the Mind Hammer was activated and hit the Lizard King's abdomen fiercely. Under the attack of the Lizard King's leaf blade, Golduck lost 2/5 of its health value, and now only has less than 1/3 of its health value. The lizard lost nearly 1/3 of its health value under the attack of the Mind Hammer. The attack power of this Golduck is still very considerable. Golduck, Hypnosis. The examiner knew that if the fight continued, Golduck had no chance of winning, so he could only gamble and try to see if Hypnosis could hit the opponent's Lizard King. After receiving the examiner's order, Golduck transformed the absorbed psychic energy into a series of hypnotic sound waves, and the hypnotic sound waves flew towards the Lizard King after they were formed. Lizard King, use Hold. Yixian's elves have also learned the Hold skill. Facing the opponent's Hypnosis, Yixian chose the safest way and used Hold to ensure that he could avoid Golduck's Hypnosis. Chapter 198 Giant Mantis. The Lizard King quickly condensed energy and formed a transparent barrier in front of him to block the attack of Gothitelle. The hypnotic sound waves emitted by Gothitelle hit the barrier without causing any ripples. The Lizard King easily resolved this move. Lizard King, use the energy ball. After resisting the attack of Gothiduk, Yian quickly commanded the Lizard King to launch an attack and took this opportunity to defeat Gothiduk. After receiving Yian's order, the Lizard King did not launch an attack immediately, but showed a look of pain, and the whole body began to turn purple. This is a symptom of being in a poisoned state. The Lizard King was affected by the poisonous spikes scattered by the Moru moth, and now the health value is being continuously reduced by the toxin. Gothiduk used telekinesis. The examiner saw that the Lizard King was in a poisoned state and seized the opportunity to let Gothiduk fight back. Gothiduk quickly condensed the psychic energy around it, and a large amount of psychic energy turned into a powerful telekinesis attack under the control of Gothiduk. After the telekinesis attack was formed, it quickly attacked the Lizard King under the control of Gothiduk. Lizard King, hold on, use the energy ball. Seeing the opponent's Golduck launching an offensive, Yian kept cheering for Lizard King. Hearing the encouragement from the trainer, Lizard King regained his spirits, and began to condense grass attribute energy while enduring the severe pain of the poison. The rich grass attribute energy gathered in front of Lizard King and quickly turned into an emerald green light ball. After the energy ball was formed, it quickly attacked Golduck. The telekinetic attack hit Lizard King first. Since it was not a psychic type trick with a bonus from the original system, it only knocked off a quarter of Lizard King's health. The energy ball sent by Lizard King then hit Golduck. Under this high damage grass attribute skill attack, Golduck's remaining one-third of health was emptied and lost its combat ability. At the same time, black and purple appeared on Lizard King's body again, and the toxin burst reduced Lizard King's health to less than one-third. Lizard King was attacked twice in a row by Golduck, and the toxins were consumed, so his health was not very much now. Come back, Golduck. The examiner quickly took back the Golduck that had lost its ability to fight, and then took out the last Pokeball. You are very strong. As long as you can defeat this last Pokemon, you can get the title of Elite Trainer, the examiner said while throwing the Pokeball in his hand. Giant, prepare for battle. The last Pokemon sent by the examiner was the evolution of Scyther, Giant with the attributes of Bug and Steel. Name, Giant Claw Mantis, level 36, gender, male qualification, B attributes, Bug, Steel carrying items, none basic skills, Staring, Lightning Flash, Feint, Bullet Fist, Gathering Key, Chasing, Stopping, High Speed Movement, Metal Claw, Continuous Slash, Cleave, Whirlwind Blade Learning Skills, Sword Dance, Swallow Return Inherited Skills, Silver Whirlwind, Hold On Characteristics, Technical Master. When a Pokemon with this characteristic uses a skill with a lower power, the power of the skill can be increased. Notes, Giant Claw Mantis, Scissors Pokemon, is the evolution of Scyther. It moves very fast in an instant and will attack with a quick and huge giant claw. The Giant Claw Mantis sent by the examiner is very strong, and it has obviously exceeded the standard of ordinary assessment. Judging from the examiner's appearance, he should be trying to test Yian's limit. Giant Claw Mantis, use Bullet Fist. The examiner commanded the Giant Claw Mantis to use its signature steel skill Bullet Fist to attack. After receiving the command, the giant mantis began to frantically condense the steel attribute energy around its body, and the rich steel attribute energy attached to the giant mantis's claws. The Bullet Fist was successfully condensed, and the giant mantis quickly flapped its wings and attacked the Lizard King at a very fast speed. Lizard King, now is the time, use the grass flute. Yian was waiting for the opportunity for the giant mantis to launch an attack, so that the Lizard King could use the grass flute skill with a hypnotic effect. The hit rate of the grass flute directly used was very low. Only in this situation can it play its maximum role. After the giant mantis appeared, Yian had no idea of letting the Lizard King use damaging skills to attack, because the giant mantis was 4 times resistant to the grass attribute, and the damage caused by the forest lizard's attack to the giant mantis was basically negligible. After the Lizard King received the command, a rich grass attribute energy burst out of his mouth, and these grass attribute energies turned into a series of flute sounds and floated towards the giant mantis attacking in front. The giant mantis's attack speed was very fast, and when it saw the grass flute coming, it was too late to dodge. At the same time as the bullet punch hit the Lizard King, the grass flute also hit the giant claw mantis. The bullet punch of the giant claw mantis has the characteristics of a technical master and the power of the system, and its lethality is amazing. The remaining nearly 1/3 of the life value of the Lizard King was quickly emptied, and it fell to the ground and lost its combat ability. After the end, The giant claw mantis also fell into a sleeping state because of being hit by the grass float. Come back, Lizard King. Yiyan quickly took back the Lizard King who had lost his combat ability, and then sent Heracross to fight. Heracross, it's decided to be you. The third elf sent by Yiyan was the giant claw mantis, which was also a bug type like the giant claw mantis. This was a duel between the bug type macho elves. Heracross, keep flying in the air and don't fall to the ground. After Yiyan sent Heracross, he reminded him because there were poisonous spikes left by the Morumoth on the ground. Hearing Yiyan's command, Heracross continued to flap his wings and stabilized his body in the air. Good job. Heracross uses bodybuilding. Facing the sleeping giant mantis, Yiyan did not choose to let Heracross attack, because although that would cause some damage to the giant mantis, it would also wake up the giant mantis. Yiyan planned to use the time when the giant mantis fell into a sleeping state to maximize the advantage. Heracross began to absorb the fighting energy around him. A large amount of fighting energy turned into light and attached to Heracross's body. Under the bathing of these lights, Heracross's attack and defense power were improved at the same time. Continue to use bodybuilding. Yiyan chose not to be a good person and continued to use bodybuilding to strengthen Heracross's ability. Heracross skillfully absorbed the fighting energy. The rich fighting energy turned into light under the control of Heracross. Under the bathing of light, Heracross's attack and defense power were improved again. After Heracross finished bodybuilding twice, the giant mantis woke up. Giant mantis, use sword dance. Chapter 199 Beetle vs Praying Mantis. After the giant mantis woke up, the examiner immediately issued an order to let the giant mantis start the sword dance. After receiving the order from the examiner, the giant mantis quickly condensed the fighting energy around it, and a large amount of general energy gathered on the body of the giant mantis. These energies greatly increased the attack power of the giant mantis. Heracross used the tile splitting. After 2 bodybuilding increases, Yiyan chose to let Heracross launch an attack and use the fighting skill he is good at, the tile splitting. After receiving Yiyan's order, Heracross quickly condensed the fighting energy around him, and the rich fighting energy gathered on Heracross's arms. After the tile splitting skill was formed, Heracross flapped his wings and attacked the giant mantis with great power. When he came to the side of the giant mantis, Heracross swung out his arm carrying huge energy, and the tile splitting skill was activated. After the giant mantis was hit, the health value was knocked down by 1/3. Giant mantis, use metal claw. The examiner commanded the giant mantis to launch an attack, using the most powerful metal claw among the skills mastered by the giant mantis. A large amount of steel attribute energy gathered on the iron claws of the giant mantis, and the continuous gathering of steel attribute energy finally condensed into a metal-like claw in the hands of the giant mantis. After the metal claw was formed, the giant mantis quickly swung its iron fist, and the metal claw brought gusts of wind to attack Heracross. With the blessing of the characteristic technical master and the power of the skills of the original system, the metal claw of the giant mantis also had the additional attack power of the sword dance, and the lethality was more than doubled, and the attack power was full. Heracross, use hold. Facing the powerful offensive of the giant mantis, Yiyan chose to let Heracross use hold to resist without hesitation, trying his best to ensure that he would not be hit by the metal claw. Facing the attacking giant mantis, Heracross also felt a great sense of oppression. He immediately quickly condensed the energy around him, and the rich energy gathered in front of Heracross to form a transparent protective barrier. After the barrier was formed, the giant mantis's attack followed, and the powerful metal claws hit the barrier. Facing the attack of the metal claws, several dazzling claw marks suddenly appeared on the barrier condensed by Heracross. After a blow, the giant mantis swung out its other arm again, and another deeper claw mark appeared on the barrier. After 2 powerful attacks in succession, the barrier finally reached its limit and quickly shattered. After breaking the barrier, the giant mantis carried the remaining energy and quickly attacked Heracross. The barrier condensed by Heracross was broken, and there was no way to dodge, and it was directly hit by the giant mantis. Although the barrier was protected to reduce damage, Heracross still lost 2/5 of his health after this attack. This shows how terrifying the attack power of this giant mantis is. If Heracross had not defended the barrier and directly received this metal claw attack, most of his health would have been knocked down. Giant mantis, use the bullet punch to continue attacking. After the examiner hit the target with 1 blow, he did not give Heracross any chance and continued to let the giant mantis use its signature move, the bullet punch. The giant mantis flapped its wings quickly, and a large amount of steel attribute energy gathered. These steel attribute energies attached to the giant claws, forming a layer of silver plating. After the bullet fist was successfully condensed, it attacked Heracross at an extremely fast speed. Heracross used double payback. Facing the aggressive offensive of the giant mantis, Yixian made a very smart choice and let Heracross use double payback. Double payback must be used after the opponent's skill attack to be effective, and the bullet punch of the giant mantis has a preemptive attack mechanism, and the attack speed is very fast, and it will definitely attack before Heracross. In this case, Heracross can ensure that the double return skill can take effect. After receiving Yixian's order, Heracross quickly absorbed the fighting energy around him, and a large amount of fighting energy turned into strange energy that adhered to Heracross's skin. The giant claw mantis used bullet punches, and the two giant claws kept hitting Heracross's body. Facing the continuous attacks of the giant claw mantis, Heracross did not fight back, but silently endured. With a blessing of various attributes, the giant claw mantis's bullet punch eventually knocked down 1/3 of Heracross's health. After being attacked by the metal claws before, Heracross only had 3/5 of his health left. Now that 1/3 of his health has been knocked down, Heracross's state is already very dangerous. After and during the offensive of the bullet fist, Heracross's double return took effect, and the strange energy attached to the skin quickly erupted, and an astonishing fighting energy quickly hit the body of the giant claw mantis. The giant mantis could not avoid it and was directly hit by this strong fighting energy. After this attack, the giant mantis lost 3/5 of its health. In the previous battle, the giant mantis had lost 1/3 of its health by Heracross's tile splitting. Now it was hit by the double return attack, and its health was less than 1/10 of the last. Heracross used the super horn attack. After the double return skill severely damaged the giant mantis, Yixian commanded Heracross to use the last trump card, the genetic skill that Heracross had just mastered, the super horn attack of the insect system with super high damage. Heracross flapped his wings and frantically condensed the insect attribute energy around him. The strong insect attribute energy gathered on the sharp horns of Heracross. A large amount of energy was continuously compressed, and finally the super horn attack condensed into shape. Heracross raised his sharp horn and stabbed the giant mantis that had just been injured. Giant mantis used the defense. Faced with a sudden fierce attack of Heracross, the giant mantis had no time to fight back. The examiner immediately chose to let the giant mantis use the defense barrier to try to stop Heracross's attack. After receiving the order, the giant mantis endured the severe pain in its body and condensed the energy in front of it to form a transparent defense barrier to resist Heracross's attack. As soon as the barrier was condensed and formed, Heracross's attack came, and the sharp horns with terrifying power pierced the barrier fiercely. With a click, the barrier was broken by Heracross like a dead tree and rotten wood. After breaking the barrier with one blow, the sharp horns hit the body of the giant mantis with powerful power. Faced with this terrifying blow, the giant mantis had no chance to resist and was hit directly. Its health points were quickly emptied and it lost its combat ability. Chapter 200 College Entrance Examination begins. As the giant claws fell, the three elves of the examiner all lost their ability to fight, and Yixian successfully won the title of elite trainer. Young man, I am very optimistic about you. You will definitely be the top trainer in the future. After the battle, the examiner gave Yixian a high evaluation. Facing the bullet punch of the giant claws, Yixian chose to let Heracross use double return. This operation surprised the examiner very much. With his sophisticated fighting experience, he was not prepared. Thank you, examiner, Yixian responded politely and left the battle room. Zhang Cheng, who had been waiting in the hall for a while, saw Yixian walk out of the battle room and asked, "How is it? Did the challenge succeed?" "Of course," Yixian said proudly. After the battle, Zhang Cheng took Yixian to the staff to register and completed the information upload of Yixian's elite trainer title. After confirming that there was no problem, Zhang Cheng and Yixian thanked the staff, then left the challenge tower and found a high-end restaurant nearby to have a big meal to celebrate this success. After eating and drinking, the two called a taxi and slept for 2 hours. After arriving at Zhang Cheng No. 1 Middle School, the driver woke them up. After paying the fare, they got off the car and returned to school. It was already past 3 in the afternoon. Zhang Cheng and Yixian had no plans to go to class. Anyway, they had already asked for leave, so they just took it as a way to relax themselves. The two went straight back to the dormitory and started lying dead. Nearing the evening, Zhang Cheng reluctantly left the dormitory, went to the cafeteria to solve a dinner, and then took out the energy cube to feed the elves. The days passed quickly, and a week passed in a flash. The next 2 days will be the days of the college entrance examination. The first day of the college entrance examination is a theoretical assessment. Candidates need to get points by answering questions on the test paper. The theoretical assessment accounts for 30% of the total score. The assessment on the second day is a practical assessment. The examiner will have 2 1-vote-1-elf duels with the candidates. The duel method is different from the usual competition. In the end, the examiner will comprehensively judge the results according to the performance of the candidates. Are you confident in tomorrow's theoretical knowledge assessment? Zhang Cheng, who was eating in the cafeteria, asked Tian. Don't worry, I've been learning about elves recently. My average score in the mock exams in class is 95. Tian is very confident about tomorrow's assessment. I hope we can all get into ideal schools. Definitely. After the two finished their meal, they went back to rest, intending to get enough energy for tomorrow's exam and face the exam in the best condition. After returning to the dormitory and settling the elves, Zhang Cheng simply washed up and went to sleep. The next morning, Zhang Cheng woke up before the alarm rang, got up to wash up, had breakfast and went to the examination room. Each classroom has 2 invigilators arranged by the Alliance, who are responsible for supervising and preventing students from cheating and ensuring the fairness of the exam. Zhang Cheng found his corresponding classroom and seat number through the exam number. Soon after he sat down, the exam bell rang, and the invigilator distributed the test papers to the candidates in order. After receiving the test paper, Zhang Cheng first filled in the personal information column. He didn't want to make the low-level mistake of forgetting to write his name and getting a 0 score. After filling in his personal information, Zhang Cheng began to check the questions. Most of the questions were relatively basic knowledge points. Only the last few questions were difficult, but of course, it didn't make much difference to Zhang Cheng. After reading the questions, Zhang Cheng started writing frantically and finished the entire test paper in less than 20 minutes. The test lasted for 2.5 hours in total. After finishing the test paper, Zhang Cheng felt very bored, but it was not easy to hand it in directly. Handing it in so quickly would make the invigilator suspect that he was cheating, which would be more troublesome. In desperation, Zhang Cheng had to lie on the table and think about life, quietly waiting for the end of the test. The 2 invigilators shook their heads when they saw Zhang Cheng lying on the table, thinking that Zhang Cheng was the kind of trainer who didn't study professional knowledge well and chose to give up directly in the face of the theoretical test. Ling, ling, ling. As the exam bell rang, Zhang Cheng felt that he was relieved a lot. After handing in the test paper, he was the first to leave the classroom. After the exam, the students found their friends and chattered about the questions that they were not sure about the answers to. Zhang Cheng was not interested in discussing the test paper. He was confident that he could get a full score. Arriving at the examination room where Tian was, after waiting for a while, Tian appeared, and the two went to the cafeteria to have lunch. How did you feel about today's exam? Zhang Cheng was quite interested in Tian's exam results. Not bad, the big questions at the end are all things I've learned, and I didn't encounter any particularly difficult questions. If nothing unexpected happens, the score should be around 95 points. Tian was very satisfied with his performance today. That's fine, as long as there are no problems in tomorrow's practical assessment, you can choose any of the famous schools. Zhang Cheng smiled. You're the same, Tian said with a look of seeing through everything. I guess you're likely to get full marks in this exam anyway. Your score will definitely not be lower than mine, and it will be easy to get into famous school. Haha, it's okay as long as the score is enough. It doesn't matter how much. Zhang Cheng patted Tian on the shoulder. Adjust your state and perform well tomorrow. The two chatted about the content of the exam while having lunch. After lunch, the two came to the training ground to do some simple training on the elves as a warm-up for tomorrow's battle. After the training, the two had dinner together again, and then returned to the dormitory to wash and sleep. Do well in the actual combat test tomorrow. Zhang Cheng, who was lying on the bed and browsing his phone, suddenly saw a message from Bai Yuling. Don't worry, I will definitely not let my sister down, Zhang Cheng promised. That's good, haha, Bai Yuling continued. There are some things at school. I may have to leave tomorrow. Remember to tell me as soon as the test results come out. Got it, Zhang Cheng replied. After explaining the matter, Bai Yuling urged Zhang Cheng to rest early and have enough energy to take the test well. After finishing the chat with Bai Yuling, Zhang Cheng checked the situation of the elves again, and turned off the lights and went to sleep after confirming that there was no problem. The next morning, Zhang Cheng got up at the urging of the alarm clock, washed up, went to the cafeteria to have breakfast, and then went to the battlefield. Today's actual combat test will be held at the school's training ground, and each candidate will fight against an examiner from the Alliance. The examiner will make a comprehensive score based on the trainer's performance in the battle and the cultivation of the elves. Of course, if the elves can defeat the examiner, they will naturally get full marks. End of this chapter. Thank you very much for reaching the end. Don't forget to like. Looking for more exclusive content and immediate access? Subscribe to our Patreon. Remember, every like, subscription, or donation encourages us to continue. Thanks to everyone. See you in the next video.